Start recording.
This guy is a soft-spoken boy.
Okay, it's recording.
We ended up on a cliffhanger, man.
We did end on a cliffhanger, yes.
What was the cliffhanger? I forgot already.
My dad
father, Darth Vader, was here.
Oh shit!
And he must die.
Whoa!
I've got him at bow point. I'm holding him there.
But like, you know, he looks pretty live, you know. Maybe you can still take him. Ooh, look, Floyd.
Live.
Okay, so
Should we
yeah,
go like
the
that
recap
word,
isn't particularly long because like
It's a good word, live.
Yeah, it's a good word.
a lot of Omu is stuff like figuring out puzzle solutions and stuff that I can't be asked to
Ignore
write
that
down, like-
shit. Yeah.
Like Sky is writing it down, but you know, I'm.
Oh, is this
fucking-
because there's a puzzle Akamana solves? Yeah, sure.
I didn't write down either of the puzzles that anyone.
He
saw.
ran straight over the.
I'm just saying that the shrines we go to and vaguely what happens then. Anyway, we continued our explorations of Omu, making steady progress in unraveling the secrets of the once proud city. We were able to solve the trials of both the Almiraj and Kamadan gods, and decided to put off the Sioux Monsters Temple until we had acquired some Jaculi meat from the shrine overlooking the lava. We also found a large, semicircular amphitheatre in the northwestern end of the city. Around it was evidence of some enormous feathered beast of the forest that we should probably remain clear of. We did not see the beast itself. While crossing the river for the first time to explore the shrines we had spotted on the other side, we suddenly came under fire from an unseen assailant in a building across from us. Alcamenos was able to keep those that fell in safe from being carried over the waterfall, while I dashed across to get the drop on our fleeing foe, only to come unexpectedly face to face with my own father. Of all the places to meet him for the first time, I wonder what he will be like.
I'm just imagining Sky like the
Put the notebook away.
But he just drops the bow.
Yeah. So I put the book away. I pick the bow back up. He's understanding. He does this too. Like, you know, this is his life as well. So he's very understanding. He waits.
Exactly. That's how you do it.
So much.
Right. Okay.
Right, so positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just before immediately we go back to that conversation, where exactly is
I
everyone
think
else?
like you guys were actually on the map, right? No, wait, you weren't.
The
No, we're
tokens
not.
are, but we are not positioned as where we actually are, because otherwise everyone else is in the
I
lab.
think-
just got out of the
we're just
river.
getting-
I'm on
Yeah.
the bridge, and the others are.
Also, just getting out of the river, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm still in the river even, but I'm not sure.
I think you made it to Bangkok and pulled yourself up yet.
I think I just got out of the water.
Yeah, and then you were a bit closer. You, Richard, you're the only one who had seen the video.
Yeah, I'm on the bridge right now. Not the bridge, but the.
You were like you were. I don't know if
platform.
were you up it?
I think I was on my way up. I
You were,
used
like,
my
the
round to
person
go
that
up
said,
it.
Okay. Sorry, Chris, you said something?
Yeah, no, what I said was I need to put fucking WhatsApp on a different monitor because I keep opening it over like the webcams. And like displaying memes from my fucking dumbass friends.
I can see those memes.
Yeah, share.
It's like a nice addendum to the
No.
Share the meme.
addendum to the experience. I've closed WhatsApp now anyway, so you know.
What a guy. Right. Okay. Yeah, how do we... I'm gonna sneeze first, then we'll begin.
Okay. Nice and
No one will say
Proper sneeze.
bless you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't say you're gonna sneeze and not sneeze. That's the kind of stuff
Never.
Jacko does. Right.
if I sneeze, you mean go to Nomragan.
Hey, never forgive, never forgive. Jack was like, hey, I could do Dungeons Monday. Monday comes around. I don't want to play games on this computer. I'm like, oh.
I didn't realize it was such a great commitment.
What'd you say?
Oh,
You
well,
mean it.
now the shoe's on the other foot, Jacko.
But I'm downloading WoW as we speak, so I'm ready for it.
Okay, well, you can catch up. Because I checked my bags in the post, you know. I haven't even checked.
How was
I've
WoW
fucking done that yet.
Classic? We just stop playing WoW Classic? Or?
Oh,
Alright, let's begin.
Let's not talk about that right
We're
now.
recording. You're gonna have to cut out a few minutes of bullshit. Yeah. So you were standing on the roof.
Yes, 10
Yeah.
feet away from him.
Yeah, I don't know why you're over there. You're over here.
Yeah,
10
that was
feet
the party
away.
position before combat started.
Sure. 10 feet away from him, bow drawn. It was like at. What do you call it? At. Intention? I don't know. At,
Ready to attack?
like the bow
yes.
is
Prepared?
pulled, right? There's a
Drawn?
word for that. Yeah, but there's a better word. Okay, anyway, the bow is taut. like you've got the arrow like knocked, right? Like
Tense.
loaded. But is
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're
absolutely.
still holding it.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
drawn. Yeah, it's fully
Yeah,
drawn.
it's still fully drawn.
Yeah.
I have not released it.
And he just said,
Apparently that's really hard to do for like more than 10 seconds.
yeah, but whoa, you can shoot 8 hours a round. Fucking no problem for him.
Because of my high dex, my back is really strong.
I mean, it's so low, like, poundage. It's like a 20-pound bow. He's just so accurate. You know?
Oh, it's like a toy boy, like
Exactly. But yeah, it goes straight
so
in.
dexterous. Yeah.
It's like actually
Steers
firing
the
like,
arrows.
fucking needles from like blowguns. You know, they're like that small. Alright, anyway.
Anyway, so I poured
He
my
had just,
needle
I
at him.
believe he had just said, Sky, my boy. And then, yeah, we ended.
Oh yeah, I was actually. That's what I was going to do. I remember I was going to go back and look at the recording from last session to figure out exactly what was said at the end.
I think he said Sky, my boy. Or my son, but I think my boy.
Yeah, and I think I said hello, father.
You
Like,
did?
I think I did. Yeah.
Hello, father. Vader
I think- Well, I didn't say it like that, but like I think those are.
Hello, father.
Daddy.
Yeah, yes, hello, father.
Okay, you said that. Okay. Yeah, he had like dropped all his weapons to the, you know, when he like recognized you, and he's like, I can't believe it, Sky. This must be a dream. And he kind of like not like slaps himself, but kind of like like almost like like kind of grabs hold of his body to like kind of reaffirm himself that he's actually like standing there. It's like, is this real? Is that you?
I just kind of eye him up and down. Does this seem genuine? Does he
Do you
seem?
want to roll inside?
I'll roll insight against him. I'm pretty sure I can roll insight quite well. That's a thing I have a good amount of. Hey, look at that! I actually did. I was bluffing, but it's
Crazy. +5. Learned it and everything.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, on the bank, I'm like, Sky is in danger. He's alone. And I start heading up.
Yeah, we're gonna just ignore initiative, and I'll just say you get there and a bit into
Get there when you
conversation.
get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Cool,
no,
I'm
give it
sitting
a
on the
minute.
corner over here and just watching.
Yeah, I guess one thing is, are you heading up towards Richard, who's like up on the level of the thing, or are you running like straight towards the house? That will
I'm
actually matter how
running
quickly you see Sky.
where I last saw Sky, which is like on the corner of the building, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I-
Okay, so you're running like on level. Yeah, sure. He certainly believes you're his son.
Okay, but like the whole sort of like, oh, I'm shocked by this. Am I dreaming thing, or like
That seems real, well.
that seems real as well. Okay. Yeah. So okay, I let the silence kind of draw out a sort of a cool 3 seconds.
And you guys get 30 feet
Half
closer.
And yeah, and then I say, "You tried to kill a pretty good friend of mine, Dad."
Kind of like hangs his head a little bit and like kind of shakes like I'm sorry, Sky. I didn't know it was you. These lands are dangerous. I've not seen any friends.
I'm honestly
since I
not sure it
got
would have
here.
been a lot better if you had known it was me. You could have at least tried to talk to us.
He kind of nods and he's like, "You're right. This place has made me untrusting and uninviting to visitors. But you're right. I apologize. It's been a long time since I've seen someone.
I like slowly
Yeah.
let the tension out of the bow and look around to see if anyone's getting near.
Yeah. If you kind of look around, like over the back, you can see Rich at this point. You can see what. But you saw what happened. Were you still going closer, like along the place?
Yeah. I'm walking along here.
So you can see that you're walking now, though. You're not like running. Yeah. So you see Rich kind of like walking, like just a bit like up on the main level of the thoroughfare. So you can see him like you're a little higher still, like maybe 20 feet, but he's not like on the ground level compared to you, and he's only maybe 60 feet-ish away. And then if you kind of look down, you can see at this point the others are like starting to round the corner, like of this taller tower, and vice versa. At this point, Zeno and Alcheminos, you see the two of them standing on the top of the building.
Does Sky look petrified or stunned or paralyzed or confused magically?
I don't think so.
No, I mean it's up to you how would you go.
Yeah, Sky looks
Nothing's happened.
Like,
You're not
Sky
aware
looks
of.
pretty focused. Sky
Yeah.
Sky looks laser focused. Like something switched him on.
And can we see this other cat's fur?
Can you see its fur?
Yeah, or is he wearing like a too much of a cloak or something?
No, he's wearing I mean, he's wearing clothes, but no, he's not wearing like a long cloak or anything. You can definitely tell he has fur. That's what you're asking.
Yeah, there we go.
Like you can see his face and like the back of his head is like got the ears and the fur and none of that's hidden by like a rope or anything. And the arms are furry.
Alright, as we run up, I guess I'll yell, Sky, are you well?
It's a good question. I say in like not in a voice so that no one else can hear, but like not in a voice deliberately intended to carry either. I say to my father, you'd probably better come meet the gang then. And then using some handy bit of tall plant or tree or like a vine to swing on or something,
You want to
we
do something cool, huh?
nimbly make our way from like our rooftop back to
Jump it. It's
like-
like 15 feet, like a 20-foot drop. Like no problem. To roll at the bottom.
or like acrobatically swing on a plant, Ian.
Okay, you acrobatically swing on a plant. I won't even make you roll for you. You're describing it so well. Okay.
It's like something convenient.
Yeah. He's got all these vines set up. He's got like them up his
Yeah.
arms, so you can like Spider-Man across the buildings. It's very cool.
Go all the way down.
Well, I should have given him that. It's Spider-Man this. Yeah. So you guys basically make your way down to there on the surf area here. So just maybe like 20 feet in front of you, Richard, and the rest of you who are like got to the bottom of here. Like you can, there's like also vines should like you could like climb up the surf area and meet them on the top if you wanted. Like you don't have to go all the way back to the stairs. There's like some ways you can get up here.
No, that was what I wanted to nimbly do, was make my way from here to there. With like
Yeah. That's what you want to do. I'm just saying the others will also.
Oh,
at
I
the
see.
ground level
Oh,
here.
okay,
So
okay,
I'm saying
yeah.
they can also use
Right,
vines like not so nimbly, but just climb up to the higher level.
Yeah. I give any. I'll let a rope down if required, but I doubt it is.
Sure. So yeah, I'll say he's not saying anything at the point. He's just kind of looking a bit shell shocked, but he's following behind you as you kind of meet up with the others.
I am warily.
Yeah, so for you, it's like this is your first time really seeing him. He does definitely bear a resemblance to Sky. Perhaps not so obvious you, simply because you're not a tabaxi, so they kind of all look vaguely similar.
Yeah.
They have the same color fur, which he does basically. His is a little grayer, and he has it's like a not like a white streak, but a more like silvery sort of gray, like a bit across his face. But
Thank God it's not white streak.
Zach!
So for you, like they both related to actually the same color fur, but apart from that, they don't seem like they're not identical twins.
I'm kind of like scratching my non-existent beard. I'm like, have we met this one before?
We have not. Everyone, this blackguard that attacked us as we crossed the river is, rather unbelievably, my father, whom I have never met before. Father, these are my companions who are with me on a quest to save the world that you almost put an end to.
He kind of
I've never met. Then how do you know he speaks true?
No.
He kind of nods and says, "I am very sorry." He turns to like Azarka in person and like says, "I apologize. It was a mistake I made in haste and worry. I'm glad to see I did permanent harm." She kind of just like, man, I hate role playing. She kind of just like looks at him solemnly and says, and she's like, "We will see." And then he turns to that, he's like, he turns to Yakumanos, he's like, "What my son says is true, however, I mean, I have no proof. This is my boy."
I will judge you later. I am Akumanos, champion of the Triton Assembly. What can I call you?
Kind of thinks it's like, my name is. By the way, because you never really had a name, so I'm saying even if he had a name, it's like changed since like he was. So even if
Yeah,
your mum
I
called
don't
him
know.
or something, I mean, your mum would have called him something, when she talked about him. But the one he uses now is different than whatever that was. You can decide if you ever want to bring it up. So he says,
My name
my name is Silver of the Moon. It's like it is my honor.
And he had like silver-ish hair, right?
There's like a streak, yeah, on his face.
Your name speaks more sense than your son's. I will never understand his naming. He will be earthbound.
He kind of smiles like when he was but a baby. He used to lie up at the stars and laugh.
I roll it down. I kind of like look at the others.
So why did you leave him?
So what did you say? Why did you
Leave him.
kind of looks embarrassed a bit, and he's like, the wanderlust is strong in our people. Sometimes a time when it seems almost impossible to resist. I dreamed of seeing the world, of knowing all, but I never forgot him. I came back after a time, but at that point I believe Sky, according to his mother at least, had found the same feeling in his heart that could not be stilled. Our people are not one to stay where they are.
I have chosen a destination to travel to. This is no place for a family.
He's right. No, he's right. You're right. I came from to Omu seeking something, in fact, that would help me find Sky again. There is a fable, an item that was reportedly sealed inside the tomb, or at least could be found there. I heard from a traveling storyteller. They called it the Navel of the Moon. It was said that whoever looked in it could find that which they most wanted. Could be used to find loved ones, to find that they had lost. I returned to our native home, but when Sky wasn't there and there were no signs of any ideas where he could have gone next, I searched for a while in the other lands before hearing this tale and sorted it out myself.
And what will you do now?
He kind of like
As I'm realizing, like, oh, you've accomplished the goal.
Because he kind of like frowns. He's like, it's hard to say. I've been here quite a while. Please, he kind of looks up. If you wish, we could go inside. I have food, drink, a comfortable place to rest, even for a little while. She kind of turns to Zarka, like, I could have a look at your wounds if you would be so kind to oblige me. I do feel sorry for what I've done.
How wounded is Azaka?
She was hit for like, I can go back and check the roll, but it was a big chunk. It was 93 damage.
Excuse me?
Did he crit
well,
for that?
as in what health is she at right now?
She's let me double check her.
As in like how badly wounded is she currently?
Like, she doesn't look that bad, but she feels like a fuck ton of damage with poison and like sneak attack. But like there was like an arrow sticking out of like, her chest, and like the area around it's like already gone like a bit of a strange color. So he's like, I can tend to the wound. I know which herbs can treat it well. It is be best not to let it fester.
We're perfectly capable of attending to our own wounds, and we're not done exploring Omu for the day. It's far too early to settle down and eat.
He kind of, raises his hand and like, okay. He's like, that is, I understand. Well, may I ask what brought you here?
Like I said, we're here to save the world.
Kind of nods slowly, and he's like, and there is something in Omu which will let you do that?
At this point, I just roll my eye and then like get my journals out and just kind of like walk as I walk past him, kind of like just push them into his arms, and then just like keep on walking over towards like looking down at this temple here, or the shrine rather, or thing that we identified as a potential shrine. And I now want to go and have a closer look at it because I don't know what shrine it is.
I guess I can. That is number. 1 second. Okay. You're pretty close, and if you're on the surface, you can see pretty well. I'll just move you to like the bottom of that one, where you want, where you guys are sort of displaced, and now you are looking at that one. You can see it pretty much as well.
Sure.
I know you don't have much description. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay, I found me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So, swirly... sorry.
We're still at the other temple.
Yeah.
That is what.
That was he went. He said he.
Yeah,
went
I know.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, Tom.
Okay, I didn't know Tom said. Okay. Yeah. Swirly carvings decorate 2 obelisks at the entrance to this compound. An overgrown courtyard lies under the shade of tall palms. Stone doors seal the entrance to a windowless shrine with a smaller ruin standing nearby. There you go.
Okay, I would look at Sky's father. I would.
He's opened the journals at this point. It's like looking through it.
Yeah. We'll speak to it later. We'll be most interested in what you know of this place, and then I walk away.
I just gave him the campaign journals, by the way, and,
Yeah.
give him everything, like the history of my life. You know, look it up.
Yeah.
Richard seems a bit pissed.
I'm like, is it not common courtesy to introduce oneself?
You said this to who? Zeno or me?
To Zeno.
Okay, Zeno.
What?
I asked if it's not common courtesy to introduce oneself.
Are these dated, Chris?
Yes, I fucking introduced yourself to friend.
Yes, definitely.
I'm Zeno. I had to. I'm sorry.
I was mostly talking about Richard, but...
What? I'm very confused right now. Okay.
Wait, Richard just walked away.
It's like it's a big thing I missed here. I was like, what's that?
Never mind.
Richard just walked away from him without introducing himself, and Alcamenos is directing his question towards you instead of me.
Okay.
Because you're closer, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is. Okay, madness.
In that case, I will do it for him. The human is Richard's. He leads us in a way.
Well.
Ian, this conversation is destroyed by mental capacities. I need you to read the description again. This has just ruined me.
Okay. It was swirly carvings decorate 2 obelisks at the entrance to this compound. An overgrown courtyard lies under the shade of tall palms. Stone doors seal the entrance to a windowless shrine with a smaller ruin standing nearby.
Okay, but no evidence of what animal we're dealing with. Swirly carvings.
Not just from the outside.
Any writing?
You can see some writing at this point, just not see it clearly, but above the doors. That's some.
Nice. I beckon, or I call over Orvex.
Yeah, he was kind of looking interested.
I call him over, and as he comes over, reaches me, I just hold out the spyglass to him and point to the writing.
Okay, so you're still up on the surface, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He tries to it. He's like,
I would be with Sky by now, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
so
I mean, you're not exactly far away. You're just across the surface from where you're standing before, so 15 feet.
I just want to see the thing.
Sure. Oh, okay. I understand. You want to be moved there. Okay. So Orvex kind of frowned. He's like, I think it says, Unk urges us to contrast all options before acting. I forget what his voice was like. But now he's
it seems similar. Unk, okay, can I go back to the map so I can label it?
Hmm?
Which creature was Unk again?
The flail snail. No, wait, I don't think. Or maybe I think Unk is the flail snail. Yeah, he is.
You can double. You can go back and check, but yes, he was.
Yeah. No, but let me go my notes open so I can look at all this stuff. Yeah, okay. The 9 gods. There's Oberlaka the Zorbo, Aegean the Armirage, Shigambi the Kamadan, Nang Nang the Grung, which fucking gets me every time. Papazossel the Eblis, Kubazan the Froghemoth, Wongo the Sioux Monster, Moa the Jaculi, and Unk the Flail Snail, who is the one, no, apart from the Sioux Monster, that we haven't really like attributed an adjective to yet. So what was the text again? Maybe we get something from that. It was like, just you to consider all options or something.
Yeah. Unk urges you to contrast all options before acting.
So like consider it, or considered rather. Not considerate. That's like it's like very friendly.
What a nice Unk.
Considered though, or cautious maybe. Yeah, cautious. I think sounds like it. Okay, so I make a note of that, and then let me Unk myself over here. Okay, what font and stuff am I using? Arial. This doesn't seem right. What are you? Arial 20 and white.
Okay. While he's deciding on font, do you go and look at the do you want to go like have a look at it, gaze over with them, or are you just like kind of standing nearby Silver as he kind of like notes through the or like kind of leafs through the journals quite quickly? You know, he seems like he's a fast reader. Or what are you?
Fortunately.
What are you two doing?
I'm looking confused between the two investing in the temple and Zeno and just awaiting.
Okay.
Yeah, so once I've made a note of it on the map, I'll like kind of gather the party together, including Orvex and including Azaka, and it's like specifically unless he comes, I don't deliberately exclude him, but I don't like go and get my father, and start talking through everything I've seen. So like I point out the swirly carvings, I talk about the text, indicating it's Unk and so on.
Yeah, he's still quite avidly. He's quite deep in not. What's it called when you're engrossed? Yeah, he's engrossed in the...
If I recall correctly, the flail snail had the property of exploding when you cast spells on it, much as the tragic flail snail shield incident that claimed the life of Richard's companion caused. So we should be aware of that, given that we're likely to face one here.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't explicitly hostile though, was it? When the first time we met that flail snail, it didn't attack us just for being near. We attacked it because it had a valuable shell. That's correct, right?
I'm pretty sure the flail snail didn't even know we were there before we started attacking.
Yeah.
Its only objective was to flee.
I think we can draw a lesson from the Almirage shrine that creatures that are not naturally aggressive, the versions of them at the shrine, or I say the versions of them, the ones that live at the shrine, follow that pattern of behavior, or at least seem to so far. We might not even end up fighting them, but we should be. And I mean, at this point, I start looking around very carefully as careful as I can from up here for flail snails. Do I spot any flail snails?
How high is the wall compared to where we're standing?
No, you don't. What's the compared to where you're standing? You're standing above the level of the wall.
Okay.
But not like maybe 5 feet or something. Then plus you, so yeah.
I guess I'll walk forward.
I mean, for the most part, like the map is accurate. It looks like what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, let's just hop down and head towards it. I think. I'll follow just behind Alcamenos.
Okay.
I'm still. Oh yeah.
I'll move you back onto the one with that.
Let's go.
Good.
Good.
Indeed.
Good indeed.
While I'm walking, I ask, should we not bring your father? He seems like a strong ally to have.
I see absolutely no reason to trust him. Just because I based my life's work on him doesn't mean I have to, like him or trust him. He turned up out of nowhere, he attacked us. I think we should treat him just how we treat anybody in those circumstances. He's as much a stranger to me as the next man I might meet.
So we're gonna...
Never mind. We're gonna have to kill him.
If he has a desire to earn our trust, let him exercise his abilities to earn our trust. Until then, we have no reason to trust him. I don't care if he's my father. I've never met him before.
This is your call to make. And now, keep on walking.
I trust him enough to hold my journal. It's got to take that for something. I sort of grumble to myself as I step across the threshold, keeping, again, a keen eye out, and only one eye out.
Very keen eyes.
For
Yeah,
trails
and
now.
I give the other eye. So we have 2 eyes, 2 keen eyes looking at.
Yeah, Zaka's kind of like coming. She's kind of funny, but she kind of, and she's kind of got like a bit of like a weak voice. She's like, if this shrine is similar to the others, I'm afraid I'm not sure how much use I'll be. I feel quite weak.
No need to worry, Asaka. We'll yes, stay outside then, and we'll take care of this.
Yes, we'll do as we did with the Sioux monster and investigate carefully before making any decisions. As I kind of gesture towards, well, as none of us can read it, it's just like, you know, the runes over the door that no one knows what they're saying.
So
as it says right there, I say.
Yeah. So as you up, you see this like kind of strange building to your left, and I'll read out what it says. It says the roof of this workshop, which apparently you can tell it is, collapsed long ago, and now a thick mass of plants grow from the rubble. Through the moss, you see hundreds of iron keys hanging from hooks on the wall. Some are bent and broken, while others are rusted beyond repair. The rest look serviceable.
This is the Holy Grail. I look for the key that is least nice.
Okay, like, there's
Classic.
literally like hundreds
Classic.
and hundreds, like lining all the walls.
He
and on
lines
the
them
floor and
up
everything.
in order of perceived niceness.
Okay, there's some that like are basically rusted away to complete nothing, you know, that are like
It's pretty shit.
it's like bits like dropping off them and stuff like that. The handle like isn't really there anymore. It's just like, you know, the shaft and then some indentations at the end. That one looks really fucking bad.
I use
like,
mending
there's
and all.
hundreds, and you haven't checked like underneath all the other
Mending and all.
ones.
So while they're in there, I beckon towards you, Richard, to like come and do like a lap around and see everything on the outside.
I do a lap around with.
Yeah, do your lap.
Okay. Ooh, there's like
I'll time you guys.
there's like water here, Ian.
Yeah.
How deep is it?
Some water, just like puddle kind of depth.
I like
Just like there's
skirt around it
indentation on the ground, and put
carefully.
this is a rainforest, you know, this fills up, and you know.
Okay, well, sorry, I'm leaving you a bit behind, Richard. So actually,
So yeah, to check like everyone to see which is really worse, Jacko, it might take like, you know, like
Yes.
a few no, like maybe like 10 minutes, you know.
Okay, so I'd say-
if you want to have an idea
as
which
we're
one you
coming-
think's the worst.
As we're coming back, I say to Richard, so no other apparent entrances. And then I
so.
examine very closely the lock on this door. Which I assume there is. That's my... I kneel down
No.
expecting there to be a lock. There's no lock.
There isn't a lock on the door.
Ian,
see.
instead of that, I look for the biggest, nicest key that seems magical.
It seems magical. I mean, most of them are like slightly damaged. Like you kind of set up there's, you know, maybe only like 100 or 150 that, you know, look like pristine condition. As you search through those,
They're golden one?
one of them's kind of, you know, like looks less dirty, possibly because it's lying on top of all the others, but possibly because it's magical.
There's no like big gold one.
There's no big gold one that like automatically enters your inventory. There's none of those.
Damn.
Ian, my friend, I use the Wand of Secrets.
Okay, where? In like
Just-
that direction?
just where I'm standing.
Doesn't detect anything.
That's 30 foot of AoE.
Yeah, it's 30 foot around me, right?
Yeah, doesn't detect anything.
I join Alcamenos and look through the keys with him, and I say, there doesn't seem to be any kind of lock on the main door to the shrine. Perhaps we choose a key to unlock something inside?
These things are not heavy. I can carry them all.
Literally
Let
like
us-
hundreds.
Let us proceed
but like
very
keys are
slowly.
very
let,
light.
let us proceed very slowly and methodically. Leave the keys here for now. Let's go and see what's inside.
I
the door.
open the door, if it's possible.
That wasn't slowly and methodically.
You try to push the door, but it's like, it's not a, like it's not a lock tracing, but it's just incredibly heavy. Like you're not.
And I
able to
push
just, like. Okay, yeah. What's your like push capacity? It's huge, right?
So much.
So
So much.
I got a lot. I'm like, we've done the calculations.
It's a thick boy.
Yeah, it's,
Can't remember anymore.
it was pretty stupid if I
But like, cause I'm one size higher as well. So much more.
Well, you're a large
Oh, yeah.
creature.
No, he's a mule. So
I count as a large creature for
Okay.
pushing and pulling and that kind of shit.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, yeah, then yeah, I think you're able to do this, and it sounds like it. Okay, then yeah, you just like really grunt, and like it's a heavy fucking door. Like each one of these probably weighs like close to 600 pounds. but like
Yeah, I can die.
you're but you know like put your back into it and just get some lever from the ground and like slowly but surely it just like heaves open. Move 55 minutes.
Hmm.
Okay, so
When the sea stars, it's always suspicious.
But it's a point of interest, you know.
a statue
Exactly.
of a giant snail looms before you. In place of antenna, it has 5 pseudopods ending in rocky clubs. Along the walls, 6 iron keys hang in small niches above stone plinths. Behind the statue, a carved pedestal in a wide alcove has a keyhole set into its base.
Hmm.
I take a step.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, as you enter
Uh-oh.
the room,
Uh-oh. I made a
there's
mistake.
there's quite a surprise. You know, there's not any traps or anything strange like that, but
No.
3 weird-looking undead things jump out.
Hang on a
behind the
second.
statue.
No traps or anything strange like that. You weird looking undead? Yeah, but this is something strange like that. Let's
No,
be real.
no.
This is in the category of that sort of thing.
Very normal.
Okay,
I'm
this
done,
this
huh?
sounds like a fight.
Nah, it's not that intense fight. The music's
this
way
new
too
music?
intense. Let me, yeah, no, it's not. Let me, it's not very intense. This one. Let's do a nice, chill music.
Oh shit, those ghasts?
Yeah, they're ghosts.
Yeah, but you guys,
Where do they jump from?
I like this. They were hiding behind the statue.
Like Team Rocket or some shit.
What it says. And everyone
prepare for
roll
trouble.
Everyone roll initiative.
That we
Fucking
Make it triple, I guess.
a fucking Meowth balloon like rises up behind the temple. Oh no, the roof opens up and the fucking balloon comes up. Oh Jesus. Like, oh, my father is Giovanni. It's all...
Yeah, you're
Sorry, yeah.
It is
Oh,
token.
shit.
It's not quite right, but it's fine. This isn't what your dad looks like, but it's because. Alright, I'm just gonna say something, but this is fucking hilarious, right? I'm not making this shit up.
Yeah.
There's actually a tabaxi that lives in that building who came to Omu to search for his lost son. No fucking joke. And I was like, this fucking hilarious. That's so easy to change.
That's pretty fucking messy.
Yeah,
What the
right?
hell?
So fucking meta. Like, no joke. And I was like, this is perfect.
Any Triton fathers?
Just hanging about. Wait until we get to the. When do we have
Lost
the water level,
firebolt
man?
uncles?
I was
Wait
like,
till
I, had
the
to-
water
I was
level.
like, I have to change this so little. It's amazing.
That's hilarious.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I
right.
lost health. Wait a minute. What happened to me last session?
You guys fought
We
all the
fought
gladiators
the-
last.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fought the gladiators last session.
I have 0 rages. What are we doing here?
Alright.
I have one spell,
I'm kind of low as well,
or
boys.
2 spells.
I can do 2 shatters.
Nah, that's good enough.
Just don't break the statue. Calm,
Oh, yeah.
considered. Remember, we're gonna be really considered and cautious.
Oh,
in
we
our
should
approach.
parlay with these on that.
Zarka
Hey,
rules
yeah.
initiative, but she's not fighting. Oh no, sorry,
Yeah,
that's
that's your rages. Oh, do you only get rages on a long rest, right? Not a short rest. Yeah. I was like, I have
Zarka, I'm not
to-
even going to initiative. Zarka.
Oh, wait a second, we took a short rest. I have 2 spells. Never mind.
Amazing.
Fucking
Yeah, I got arcane shot.
Guys, the 19 isn't right, right? You're actually 24.
Yes, 24.
There you
No, that was inside.
No, the inside.
It was
Oh, you're
19.
right. Okay. Put back to the 19 you go.
Sadness.
So yeah, these things appear, and
They
it's
roll
interesting.
initiative.
But you
Why
had
are they not on initiative yet?
Oh, they don't. They're gonna all be dead first. It's fine. Let me roll for them. Anyway, let me continue. So, without you even really noticing, but you'd all been kind of interested in the doors and looking through keys and stuff. Like silent as anything. What's his name? Silver had descended to your level. He had dropped off the side and like still like holding the book and still reading through it, but just making sure you weren't getting too far away. And as the gas appear, before any of you can like even react or really get a sense of what's happening, you all hear like an arrow whistle over your shoulders, right at Azarka.
This roll is a 1.
Oh, no, actually, this gas is gonna act first. My bad.
The Ghast is even faster.
He's gonna be next to Ghast.
Whoa, what the fuck are these initiatives? Jesus.
Ian's good rolls and enemies continue.
Yeah, well, it's okay. It's not gonna last to the attack rolls.
Sword descending. Alright, so before the arrow flies over shoulder, this Ghast, which had obviously been doing it, leaps forward and so attacks Zeno. Zeno, you know. It's fine. These things are shit. And then he attempts to
It's gonna crit me, isn't he?
But they have like an ability, right?
Cool. Yeah, he does. Any creature starts. So it will roll to hit you.
He crits me.
But it gets a 9, so you just miss it, no problem. And then the arrow goes over the shoulder.
Powerless for a minute.
And let me look at. Dude, I love this music. It's pretty great. No, don't turn. No, don't end. What did I say? He uses the class feature to attack the one in the back with longbow, so he has advantage.
What the fuck is this many dice?
There's a lot of 76.
But it's immune to poison, so this is undead.
Nice.
Why is it 13 sixes?
Because of the poison. It's 76 poison damage.
Yeah, but why would there 13 of them?
I don't know.
Just in case he crit, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, he hit and he does crit because he's got assassinate, so he's got advantage, and it's, blah blah blah, whatever.
But they don't take poison damage, right?
No, they don't take poison damage, but they do take sneak attack, which will also crit, which should be another slash.
Wait, what's the source of advantage? What's this OP?
Assassinate.
Whoa,
from the rogue creature.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So there's an
I used that on you.
This much. 27. That was a pretty good roll.
Yeah, decent.
Okay, so 27.
In game, I'm suspicious as fuck. Out game, fuck yeah, guys, level 60 carry is here.
Okay, it does survive, but it's incredibly hurt. If it wasn't immune to poison, it'd be real fucking dead.
Nice.
Oh no, wait, no, there's an extra D8 as well because the normal attack also crit.
Oh no, it's the DM.
31, 34, 2 HP. Alright. It's on 2
Which
HP.
one?
I'll make its head explode, don't worry about it.
But he only gets one attack though. So,
Wow.
This one here.
Oh no, wait a second. It says. Oh no, 2 attack with short sword. Yeah. That's his turn. Then this Ghast, one in the back. Also, I think you can make it over 25. I'll double check their speed, but I think so. Yeah. And then also tries to claw at you, Zeno. But you're the tank, so they never hit, baby. 20.
Just saying.
Never hit.
It's lightning back.
Okay.
Doesn't it just die then? That wasn't one you
No, that wasn't the one that
Yeah,
you looked at.
Aww.
Okay, yeah, make the dex save. Roll that con thing, Tom.
Easy then. You can do this.
Easy peasy.
I don't have +2.
It fails the dex save.
You do.
Failed
Failed
the
the
con
You
con
save.
are
save.
now paralyzed.
Woo!
I don't know.
Richard, your turn. There's 2 in the corridor and 1 very low at the back.
Oh yeah, this one gets pushed back 10 feet as well, by the way.
Okay.
Mine.
Yeah?
I think. Yes.
Let's see. What I should use. I only have one AoE spell, you know what that is.
Explosive fart.
Thunder fart.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite.
Yeah, let's just clear this one out by I'm just gonna use the staff and mind spike it.
Use the staff.
Yeah,
What's the
what?
staff got to do with the mind
The
spike?
staff is 7.
Because it's a divination spell.
Oh,
or
okay.
a,
Yeah.
Fancy.
That is pretty fancy.
yeah.
I forget you're
Fancy
walking around
like
with a
Tom
big fancy
Clancy.
stick now.
It's real fancy, man.
It is.
Okay. Psychic damage, huh? One in the back?
Yep.
Alright, roll damage.
Let's see here. For some reason I haven't done it.
That's
4D.
really bad. I won't even do the thing. Target's location. Dude, that's a third level spell though. So high. Alright, it dies. It drains explodes. Head
Yeah,
pops.
and then I back off.
Got him.
Sky, your turn.
Wait, that was on that 2 health left.
Yeah.
Sky, but the Eldritch Blast wouldn't and might not.
I was
Might not
like,
hit, man.
Oh,
I was like taking aim and then.
The head just plop.
So I
that was
shift
fucked up.
over to
Like-
the one immediately.
Yeah,
in
and this
front
is
of me.
happening fast actually, but like the combat's barely starting, like fucking heads exploding shit. But Sky,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm acting pretty fast, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah,
then suddenly like
no,
one explodes, two
we're
fall
barely
run
in.
forward.
So I adjust and swiftly shoot, between Xeno's legs because I'm accurate and sure of myself. Disadvantage. Let's go.
Fail obviously hit Xeno, yeah. 14, I think a 14 will hit. Yes, it does.
6
6 piercing damage. Okay.
and 12 though.
12 misses.
Oh,
That
what
was
a
a nice
shame!
number. Bullshit.
Don't make me act, guys. Xeno, you can do this.
What a shame!
So, you do
You're
know that you have
paralyzed.
lucky, right? So you could have probably used that on the Constitution.
I think we
I
all
mean,
used our luckies today.
He only has one use on, yeah, I think he used it earlier.
You
No,
did
it
use
didn't.
it already. Yeah, I did.
Really good.
Didn't you forget to use it?
No, I used it this day, man.
Stop arguing. Alright.
Get out of here, Butchak.
Are
You
you
know
doing
me.
it?
I swear we used the hell out of them on the
Yeah, I think you did. On
The
on
gladiator fight.
I'm pretty sure you did.
So I just repeat my con save. I must...
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, Sky, you weren't moving or anything?
Yeah, I'll move Bishop to wherever this go back here behind.
Sure.
Alchemanos.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you would now find, but Alchemanos, you have to act, I'm afraid.
Oh, I mean, I'm already trolling my thing, I guess, so I might as well make use of it.
Oh wait, sorry. As you started your turn, there was you noticed a horrible smell, Xeno. Even though you were paralyzed, you still technically this had happened. So
Oh, of course.
roll another DC 10 Constitution save. Wait, what's the poison do actually? But poison might have really fucked. No, it's wouldn't have mattered. All right, you move up, Alchemanos.
Yeah, and I strike.
2.
Oh, we'll see about that.
You strike 2. Amazing. You
Yeah, the
strike
poisoned
2.
condition's pretty bad. It gives you
Yeah.
extra disadvantages and shit.
No rage.
So the 6.
No,
nice.
so 6 damage. Ooh, big boy swings. Okay.
Okay, now. Act
I
like
did
you
6
mean it,
damage
Alchemanos.
before.
Act like you mean it.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Amen.
The big chops are coming, or the big stabs. Alright, its turn, however, it turns, it's clearly attacked the more dangerous.
Arrgh.
You weren't reckless, though, so no worries.
I would if I could.
You can
Oh my
reckless even
God.
if you're not. You can reckless if you're not raging, Jack.
I don't think I can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, reckless.
I'm not certain.
Nope, I am
think-
certain.
Okay.
Alright, 8 damage on you, Akamenos.
Okay.
I'll double check if I'm actually certain or not.
I'm already on it.
Yeah,
No, no.
you can.
Ah,
Rage for
I was
reckless.
certain.
He was so
Alright.
certain.
That's his turn. Wait, make a DC 10 Constitution save, Akamenos.
I would have a +6, it's possible.
Possible. But not now. Okay, they just have 1 attack. These things suck. Then, Daddy.
I'm sorry?
What's wrong with that? He takes
one
a
thing we're
shot
not doing
at
here.
this one.
Please miss.
It's really mean. He
Miss.
misses. So mean. Misses. You guys getting in the way.
Piece of shit.
Rude. Rude. Alright,
He's rolling a plus. Dad, come the fuck on. Who rolls a +6?
he's a rogue.
Old man.
This is fine. He is pretty old, Alright, yeah, that's his turn.
I only rolled a +7.
I mean, he's good at the first strike he caught. He's an assassin.
Yeah,
Ish.
but he has 8d whatever poison damage and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, he's good poison. This Gas is still alive. Runs up. Attacks a greater threat. Alchemanos, obviously.
Is Xeno still doing the robot, or did he?
Nah, he's
I'm not
paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed.
23.
Oh
See,
my
when
God.
you have friendly NPCs, they can't roll well. When the enemies are attacking them.
Oh, no.
Oh, and you are paralyzed. Richard, your turn.
Okay. I Eldritch Blast the one that's been attacked. This one.
They've both been
Both
attacked.
of them been attacked.
Okay,
Well,
but
but the one
this
left
one
been
has
attacking
taken
more
more
than
The
damage.
one on the left is way more hurt, yeah.
I
Oh,
Eldritch
miss.
Blasted.
Alright, hit
Miss
that.
And the one
Clap.
right, was it attacked or was it just knocked back by you?
It was
I
just-
lucky dash and
Okay.
you do it again.
Whoa!
Whoa, he's pulling out the lucky. Here comes the same roll again.
Nice.
Oh, he's fucking hell.
I guess I rolled damage again.
Use
and-
the-
We roll another
Okay.
d10, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll another
Yeah.
d10. I mean, it dead anyway from the 10, but yeah, let's see it. It's dead!
Hey!
It's
17 damage.
okay. Then I get Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast the other one, and roll a 2.
Nice!
So I missed.
That's what I call lucky.
Sky, your turn.
Okay, let me show you lucky. I'm gonna take aim very calmly and cautiously and consideredly without rushing at all, because that's what we're supposed to do here. That's the lesson above the door.
That's true, that's true.
And therefore I hit.
Yeah, that's true.
And therefore I deal 6 damage.
The system
And therefore
works.
I hit.
Yeah, the system
And therefore I deal
works.
9 damage. Easy game.
Still up?
Yeah, and they seem pretty
Yeah, this
poison
one's
immune,
still
so I don't bother doing any kind of crazy arcane shots.
Sure. Zeno, your turn. The smell is bad, but you accustomed yourself to it last turn, so it's not gut-wrenching.
Okay. Good. No.
Mm-hmm.
Do I smell anything?
At the start of your turn, you goddamn well. Zeno would have killed it.
I think I'm just gonna smack it with my.
Yeah,
Why would dying cause it to stop smelling though, Ian? You know?
because it's
lower to
purposely
the
letting
ground.
out their scent. You know, they physically do it.
I see.
That hits.
But
And
don't you know when you die, all the gas gets
It's
let
on
out?
1 HP.
Oh, no.
It
Well,
still
yes,
smells.
it's not over yet.
That's your turn?
That's my turn.
Alcamenos. You are
the end of my
paralyzed.
turn?
Yeah, but you gotta make the save against the poison first. Another DC 10 con check.
Should have just
And
AoE'd
then-
the fucking party to kill it.
The smell is not bad, the second one, and you're unparalyzed as Silver goes
A
for the
useful
kill
turn.
steal. But he can't run up and attack, sad. Okay. He takes it out with an arrow.
Bastard.
The bodies fall to the ground and the smell is not quite so guttering.
Kill steal.
I give him no more acknowledgement than like a glance over the shoulder as he's like still up there, and then
Sure.
I go inside.
Alcamenos.
Yes.
God, that's such a
I think
bad.
you can just turn up after all these years. Be my friend.
Okay, it's not that bad, but still, 14
He
HP.
just wants to play catch with you.
I'm just when you like kind of like if you know, I mean, you looked at the bodies when you were fighting them. It's like they look like just like pretty standard undead, bodies that have been brought back. But one thing that kind of stands out a little bit about them is that on their forehead, there's like a small like blue triangle, quite like not shocking or very standing out against the drab, like just rotten flesh and everything, but a bright blue triangle just in the middle of the forehead that either looks like painted on or tattooed on.
Does it have any symbolic significance that we know?
Illuminati.
If you try for it.
No, there's no way any of you would ever notice. There's no.
Oh.
But it's blue. It's ocean related.
You're right. Roll it. Maybe a blue triangle means
You know,
something.
you know what you need in the campaign, Ian. This has just come to me. I remember I had this ages ago. If you have like the X-Files, like spooky music sound as like a sound file, so like every time you reveal something, you go do 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 do.
A blue triangle for you sometimes means that the current's quite bad in this area of the ocean, and that like it's like near like dangerous underwater currents. You would put that sign with that symbol. And as you walk inside, the air does draft in a strangely.
You should be careful of the waves. They come out.
You step inside.
Check out these keys, Ian.
Yeah.
Without touching initially, of course.
Without
We're
touching
cautious and considered.
I use the Staff of Secrets, Ian.
The staff of secrets. You don't own one of those.
Or the
so-
Wand of Secrets, I mean.
Okay.
You
You use
use
it.
staff if you're a halfling,
You use it. There are no
Yeah.
secret doors.
There are no secret doors, okay.
Look, I just want to say on
You
the
better
map,
be
it looks
using-
like it's a slot to put your dick.
Yeah, I
in.
can only use it once more today.
The glory hole shrine. We found it for you.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I examine, leaning in close and really looking closely at it without touching it. I examine like the key that's like here or in this alcove. What does it look like?
Like a key. It's
Like-
got a little handle,
Well, I
like
mean,
a classic,
big,
little
big,
circle at the end.
small, like
Normal, like maybe like that long.
Okay, so like
it's similar to the size.
It's
of
a pretty
all keys.
chunky key,
It's,
sure.
It looks. These almost look like the nicer versions or like the finished versions of
Okay,
like.
what's it made of?
I start using
some like iron or
magic.
some shit.
Detect magic.
Detect magic.
Yeah, start casting it.
Yeah, you start the 10-minute long process or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. You said there's how many keys? 6 keys, right?
6 keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I go around
like I
checking
said,
all one by one.
it looks like.
I do it over here.
Is there anything that sort of distinguishes them visually?
No, they all seem like.
I guess the bitting is different on them, but like they're not like.
Yeah,
This is
bitting's
the silver key. This is the gold key. This is the big
No,
key.
they
This is the
all
blue
look
key.
very similar to each other. I get one thing, they all look like the same size. Like they would all fit the same sort of keyhole, if you know what I mean.
And is that this sort of keyhole? As I check
like,
the keyhole.
Yeah, it is.
Were the
The
keys
keys are
outside
hanging
similar in size to this Alcheminos?
Sorry?
Were the keys outside similar in size?
Yeah, they're like unfinished ones outside, right? Like these ones seems the finished version of the ones outside, I think.
When I say unfinished, it's like they're more like roughly made, sure. Like, I mean, these look nicer, but they're hanging up, so they're undamaged and all that kind of stuff.
It says consider carefully. I suppose if we are considering carefully, we should of course take into consideration every key outside as well, not just the ones in here. I wonder if something happens if you bring a key in from outside. Let's find out. I just get a random key.
Alright, of all D1000, maybe you choose the right one.
I-
Okay, yeah, you grab a random key and just go up inside.
Yeah,
I
because
I mean, obviously, I know you're not looking at it far, but I mean, you would see him as you head outside. You see that he's gone back to reading your journal.
Yeah,
He's not like on his side or anything, or even like really watching you.
There's no like inscriptions on the keys or anything, right? Just
No.
Okay.
I would mention.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, this one says this is the right key. Yeah, as you bring it inside, nothing special happens. It doesn't glow. It
doesn't happen as a cross straight. Okay. And then I bring it over for like visual inspection. I sort of compare it to one of the keys hanging up in here.
You could, I'm assuming you chose like one that didn't look too rusted or something.
Yeah,
like,
I think one
you
of
could
the
swap
different
it from with one of them up here, and you would barely know also what different.
Yeah. Okay.
how many
I
weird
don't do
arms
that.
did the statue have?
Good question. I turn back to the statue.
It had
Pseudopods or
5 pseudopods.
Mm. Yeah, I'm investigating the statue and say like this must be related.
something.
Spacing.
I'm trying to think back to the other temples if there was ever anything sort of unrelatedly decorative. There wasn't really, was there? Yeah. Okay. Let's give the statue like a really close look over. Like see if there's like secret keyholes in the statue or something.
Roll perception.
How about
Aid.
investigation? That doesn't necessarily...
Investigation. Are you looking for holes in the statue, or are you investigating where there could possibly be secrets?
I just don't want disadvantage.
Okay, you're looking really close. You don't have to have disadvantage. It's not like that perception matters at this point. You can roll it normally.
Nice.
Okay, I guess
Fine,
I guess.
no.
You can use the eyeglass and look,
Yeah.
and then you don't have disadvantage.
Wait, you can't aid or can aid?
I don't know. You don't say can I?
You can aid with any skill with the check, right?
He's helping me look over the thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go. Look at the aid. So aided.
You don't see any entrances for secret. At this point, like while they're searching, there could be. While you're searching at this point, Richard, you finish detect magic, and you notice that the statue itself appears to be magical,
Okay.
but nothing else does.
I walk around the room. There's still nothing magical.
Still nothing else.
I walk out to the workshop. Anything magical there?
Nope.
It would appear the statue is the only thing magical here.
I figured it out. The snail we fought, it was defensive against magic. Richard, blast it with your magic. It will
I
open
back
the door.
off.
What we should do.
That's possible.
I
but we
back
should
off.
consider everything else
Well-
that could be done first.
We could try doing something other than just
There's no
damaging
need.
it first.
This is the
it-
solution.
It might just attack us if we do that.
And that we will kill it.
I check out the lock in. Is it like how can I see inside? Can I be like, oh, this is the shape of key we need?
Like it's a keyhole. No, you can't see the inner workings like that. Like
Yeah,
it is
big
open though. Like
clunky old
you
thing.
could attempt to like try other keys or like even pick it possibly, but
Yeah,
like
it seems
you
like a
can't
terrible
see
idea.
the sides of it
Okay.
or like the way the key would fit. No.
So
could-
my,
Hmm.
I think okay. So I think the thing that no one's yet put into what, or maybe anyone put to words, but I think we've all sort of acknowledged is that the implication of the text over the door is that we should be pretty certain which key we want to try before we try it. We shouldn't just try random keys.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Or we ignore the keys.
Or we ignore the keys, yeah. But whatever option we go with, it's going to be whatever we do. We should be pretty certain about that before we do it. We shouldn't just be trying random solutions haphazardly.
I am always.
Yes, I agree.
In which case, can anybody make any reasonable argument from anything they've observed here that one of these keys should be chosen over the others? I can't determine any particular difference between them. Or
No.
Let me look at the workshop again. Okay, Ian.
Mhm.
Is there like, did all the keys like be on the wall at the same place? Like, there's
Definitely
no
not.
one
Like,
that.
there's hundreds like hanging. Some are bent, some are broken, some are rusted. But there's also a few edible that's like collapsed and in different areas, and there's some lying on the ground. Most of them are still hanging from the wall, but there are some on the
Okay.
ground, and they look the same as those hanging, except they're starting to be covered in more moss and
Okay.
grime.
But like it looks like
So there's
nobody has been there for a while.
Nobody has been there for a while.
yeah. So there's no like remnants of a table or like a workshop table or
No.
anything like that.
Not that you can
It's
see.
literally like a storage
Yeah,
house.
exactly. Yeah, where
just a bunch
these
of
keys are kept.
this might be an unpopular suggestion, but I would want to look through and sort through every key in the workshop before trying any of the keys in here. Until sort them all out. Firstly, between the broken keys and the non-broken keys, and then go through all the ones that seem functional and see if any of them stand out as special or of note.
In that case, we might spend the night here. So
I
not waste time.
agree. I think this
it's
is
already
a long-term
afternoon.
project, so
May as well.
let's get on that.
But I wish you luck. All keys look exactly
Um,
the same.
When I say I would wish to, I meant more. I would wish that the party would look through them. I didn't actually.
I
intend
start
should
looking
do it
through them
alone.
while Sky is trying to get the alchemist.
So trying to just like sort them into which ones look still like
Orvex,
usable.
you've got an analytical, pedantic mind. Come over here.
He kind of like grudgingly kind of like steps forward. Zark also comes like
I
near the workshop. She's
Put
like
some
being
gold in his
safe
hand.
enough. Ooh, what's the pay? What's the hourly rate for searching for keys?
I have a lot of gold. Let's say like 10.
Oh, okay.
10 an hour?
He looks pretty happy about this. He's like,
I didn't say an hour.
yeah. I said the hourly rate. So he's like, yes. There's, oh my gosh, there's a lot of keys.
Yes, and I got like okay. So let's put the ones that are absolutely broken beyond any kind of use here, and like just to one pile. Let's put the ones that are in disrepair but possibly still functional here, and the ones that are basically as good as the ones inside here. And then just like sort through them all like that, and then we can investigate the more promising piles to see if any of them are special and defined in any way.
Thomas isn't here, so let's say Zeno does that also. He has.
Yes,
Perfect.
Zeno
Zeno loves
definitely.
boring menial tasks like that. Okay, Orvex gets onto it. He's pretty quick about it. Like he's used to tasks to just focus on mind and stuff like this. So
Analytical, pedantic mind.
exactly, he's like basically sorting through them. Like everyone that like because you weren't like exactly sure. Like all the ones that he decided he's deeming like basically still serviceable. He's like to leave you on the hooks, and all the rest he's just basically tossing. To
Okay, yeah, that's a very good way of doing it. Yeah, so we just go around and pull all the shit off the
exactly, right?
hooks.
And it's like quite quick to do it that way.
Yeah.
Like at that point, yeah. Like and yeah, it will take like a good like 15 minutes or something. There's that many keys, even if you're just pulling off the shit ones. And you're all working together in that room, or at least
Yeah,
I will stand cover.
probably not a terrible idea.
yeah. We don't need to wait for Zeno. At some point, like into a few minutes, into it, you do notice what's his name, Silver. Kind of like walking up, and he kind of feels me a little bit. So he turns to you, Alchemanos, who I assume you're like near the. Wait, did you meant the door of the workshop, right, or the door of the shrine?
Well, let me go back to the map.
Yeah, you were here.
If we're doing this in the workshop, yeah, I'll stand outside the workshop.
Yeah, Azaka is also just going to happen. So he'll kind of, like, understand and peer in, but like to turn to the question, he was like, "Did you?" He's like, "I'm impressed you managed to open the door. I tried it myself a few weeks ago, but I couldn't get it to budge in all my efforts."
We brought a Furbolg? No, he's not a Furbolg. He's like a what's the fucking
Yeah,
is he a
Furbolg.
Furbolg? He is a Furbolg. Just seems so ridiculous to me fighting Furbolgs in like Felwood recently. Like he's a Furbolg? That's absurd. He's one of those things. I farmed them for rep. They're fucking letting me into thingy now.
But they're like nice hairy bears, like.
Well, there's the friendo ones that like you farm rep with, and they let you into Moonglade without attacking you.
That's what Tom's like.
So yeah, that's Tom.
So far, what did you say? We left you with a Furbolg with.
You're a Furbolg.
Yeah, I say. I say. We bought a Furbolg.
Okay, no, it's just like, in this time, but you like spoke back. He addressed you. Do you mind if I take a look inside?
Go right ahead. The writing of, and I'll just tell him everything we figured out so far. I say the writing over, but in like a very factual way. I just say the writing over the door says this. We checked out. There's a bunch of keys inside. They all seem, very similar. Now we're sorting through the keys out here to see if any of them might be the one we're looking for.
He kind of just nods. He does,
And like as I'm the whole time I'm talking about this, I don't like stop. I'm still doing the keys, and I don't even really look at them.
In a similar faction, like unless you said the statue was magical, I will state that in a similar tone.
Man,
yes, that's
Richard is not. It's pretty cool.
Also didn't have a good daddy, I guess. Yeah, no one has good daddy. It's fine.
I had a very good daddy.
Jesus.
So yeah, he goes and he spends a couple minutes in there. Then like.
Oh yeah, after a few seconds, considering Sky said not to trust him too much, I will follow him and just gaze him from the entrance of the temple.
Yeah, he's just like he goes over, lifts up this key, eyes it, turns it around.
It's like super awkward. You're just like standing there in the door, staring at him.
So I'm not staring at him, just like do my gaze like this, and then yeah, there he is. Okay.
No, it's like not just like death staring him, like.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm trying to be subtle,
Sure,
it's my
sure.
Subtle while twirling in the hell.
Hey, none of that.
I'm like whistling.
At all.
He's like whistling.
Yeah, he just picks up each key in turn, going around, examines it, puts it back, does spends a minute looking at the pedestal over, and then after a couple minutes he heads out again.
I'll turn around as if I was never watching him at all.
You like what you see, baby?
I'm into old foxes.
He has a sinking face on when he leaves. Let me check his int.
Fucking idiot. Thinking face?
Fucking dumbass.
I mean, I don't know. You guys all fucking.
None of us are.
There's as dumb as his son.
We're all morons.
No, he's not dumb as you. Not as dumb as you. He's got a +1, He's nice.
Oh my god, he's a genius.
He's
the smartest person.
There's a party where a guy with 13 int is fucking no one higher.
We have no wizards. Not our fault.
He's just thinking to himself. But yeah, after a good few minutes, there's a few you're doing and you're just pulling off the bad ones. You think you're basically done. So there were some that you deemed serviceable but slightly bent or crooked. It wouldn't fit in a conventional lock unless the lock were designed to be done with a bent key, if you know what I mean. It could be the key would perhaps specially designed so that it would only work at a slight angle. So I'll say that if you you basically put those ones that could theoretically work slightly to side in the vessel.
Yeah. We increasingly categorize them further and further as we.
I would use I would use mend on some of those to see if they were meant to be bent like that, or if they.
Okay, is that a cantrip? Yeah.
Or if they, that's good.
Yeah. So as long as you do it, everyone that you try to use it on that's kind of bent, it goes back to straight key. None of them appear to have been designed to be like that.
Okay.
Once you fix them, do you go put them back with the good keys, or
I would put them in their own pile.
In their own pile. Okay. So after about a good 15-20 minutes of all you doing this, you have perhaps a wall with maybe 200 good keys.
Okay.
These are some of them have rust on the handle or a little bit on the shaft, but look mainly servable. Slight dings, but pretty much be good enough, you would imagine, unless it's got incredibly high tolerances. Okay. And then you have maybe 50 that are a little bent, and then there's maybe another 100 on the ground that are completely
sure. Gone. I think we want to get the 200 keys and take them and put them in their own pile, and then go through and check them each one by one individually to see if there's any of those have like a distinguishing feature, like writing on them or a different material or something, something that distinguishes them significantly from just like being the same model of key. Yeah, I think I want to lay these all out on the ground, so like bring them out like just outside the door of the workshop and lay them sort of, in this, like, because there's just like fucking broken keys all over the floor in here. It's hard to keep, anything straight.
Sure, Silver kind of, like he says, can I help, or you wish to do this alone?
Go ahead. But I check every key that he checks. No, I don't.
Yeah, okay. He puts a few in his pocket. You think that's like that?
I stare over his shoulder at him.
Okay. Like, all the others, like, rifling through keys, you're just like, Stella, boy. Alright, yeah, so, a fun montage of key checking undergoes, and after about, I'm assuming one key takes person about, really to be sure, about 20 seconds. It's like 200 keys,
20 seconds? Maybe.
I thought you were doing very detailed.
But like it's.
I mean, you can say.
Right?
You tell me how much longer.
No. I think. I mean, like, if that's what you think it takes to do a very decent, what would be described as a very detailed stuff, that's fine. I don't mind taking the 20 seconds.
Then there's 200, so 4,000 seconds, so there's 60, blah blah blah. Like, there's like a few. It only takes like 5 minutes, really. Like if there's like that many of you doing it, there's like 6 of you, maybe more. There's like you 4, but then minus him, and then the other 2. Oh no, the other 3. So there's 6. Yeah. So it's 6 of you, and
so if it were 18 seconds, we do a key every 3 seconds. And how long do we have to? Because that'd be divided by 6.
Keys.
There's 200 keys, so 600 seconds, so 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Great. So yeah, you spend about 10 minutes going through them, and at the end, you come to a sad conclusion, and none of them really appear that special. Some are like slightly more bits sticking out. Some are slightly less. Some, but none of them.
Nothing has like a sneaky marking on it, or like a.
No, even with your 18 seconds of checking each key, no sneaky markings.
Check really hard.
No magic or anything. It's so sad.
So yeah, at the end, what's all done is like
a waste of time.
There's still more keys to check. Go and check the next batch, which there were fewer.
The bent one, yeah, they're only like 50, so
Yeah.
Whoever still helps with that, you get through that in just like 3 minutes. But again, none of those have any distinguishing features.
Ian, I do the thing. I kneel before the statue, and I say,
"I'm sorry." Would you marry me?
I have so many keys to put on the finger. I say, "Oh, great God, I'm gonna think back to what is of consideration. Grant me your wisdom. We are humble in your presence and in your temple."
I cast light and try to cast like light on the statue if possible.
It works.
Okay.
It lights up Alcamendos.
Okay.
I look so divine right now.
So which god were you praying to?
The snail.
This god. Oh, the snail god. Okay.
The god of consideration, obviously.
Okay. Okay. You don't feel anything, but you never know.
I have faith that we will be granted wisdom.
If only you needed wisdom.
It's into it, people.
Yeah, but Ahmed too dumb to realize that.
At this point, you've all been thinking about it, so like, I'll let you all basically, you've been like half an hour staring at the keys and really mulling it over in your mind. You all can make an int check.
Oh, boy.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
and I'll give a hint if any of you do well enough.
Meanwhile, while we all fail this, the bitting on the keys, are they?
I use lucky.
Wow.
On a
16. Oh, wow.
Hey, we're
17.
Dude, we're so smart.
Yeah.
Look at that. You says we're dumb. Where's Alcamendos? Come on.
Alcamendos, make the group effort.
Yeah.
Maybe
Lower than that.
decided. Ooh, keep checking your work path, sorry guys.
No.
So,
like someone has to lower.
how do I give a good one?
Story of my life.
Okay.
Well, you are Alcamendos.
As you kind of walk around here, and you guys kind of look over these again, and even Sky, when you sing back, if you're still outside, you notice that while the keys look like all the keys outside look almost identical, the ones inside that you picked up, whereas a normal key, the shaft bit would be like rounded, obviously. These are almost like slightly smoother on the sides, like more like flat. So if you laid it on the ground, it would almost like lie flat, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Jack?
So the
So, say a penciled round. You can lie on the ground
Yeah.
and it might like roll back forth or like tilt a little bit. These
this
have
is
like the harder
flattened
side
on
is
the
like got a
sides.
flattened edge, where so if you lied it would be very still.
okay, yeah. So it's like
And they couldn't.
I
Yeah.
mean, I could draw the shape. Like I can picture it. It's like a circle, slightly truncated top and bottom.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
like flat.
truncated top and bottom. Yeah, yeah.
So they're like flat on the.
On both sides.
But it's not like they've been cut in half or anything.
No,
Yes.
not to that extreme. This is like quite hard to notice when
Okay,
you've
so
been looking
back
for a
to-
while, and like you've been handling a lot of fucking keys.
Back to sorry, was before the inchecks. The bitting on the is that like can I decode like specifically like how many like pins are in the lock and like how many different configurations of these pins there are between like all these keys? Like are they all unique? Are some the same? Like is it like because like, you can see when a key goes like up down. So it's like you can if you just read that like binary, right, or like basically the vague shape of the
Sure.
the
I mean,
keys,
not all the keys have the same like number of bits or anything.
they don't have the
They don't all have the same number.
Um,
Do you notice? Okay, you rolled good into well. You notice that the 6 inside, they have the same like I guess maximum number. Like if that makes sense, like they all have the same kind of outline, yeah. Like not all of them have the same like when you
all the
say
same
number, like
shape,
that's how many
but, like-
possible options, right?
yeah.
They all have the same number of possible options, the ones inside.
But
Yeah,
they're
you just
different.
treat it as like reading like a number of positions.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
would,
They all
like,
have the
put
same
pins to,
possible
and-
positions. Yeah.
Yeah. So they both they be for a lot.
Yeah.
Of the
So
same
if you like
number
check
of
inside, you
pairs.
can see that there's maybe like I don't know, it doesn't say how many like 6 or 7. It's quite
Okay.
complicated. It looks like it. Yeah, it's quite a complicated key. Like all the ones inside are pretty complicated. So the lock you would imagine is similarly.
Well, I don't want to take that for granted. I want
Yeah,
to
that's true, that's
look
true,
at the
that's true,
lock
that's true.
and have a
Yeah.
look and see if I can. I can't make out the specific shape of the internal workings, but can I peer in? And if I use like a light source or something, I'll get
Yeah,
Richard
you
to
can,
supply one of those. Like see how many.
Yeah, you just
How
like
many
them like a
pins
Are
straw.
you proficient with like sieve tools, anything like that? Like you know how?
I don't think so. I
Because like that would definitely help with like
Yeah.
know how locks
No.
work.
We do know a certain rogue, maybe.
yeah, but like no.
Is all the keys flat on the same side?
They're flat on both sides. The ones in the building.
Oh, okay, on both sides. Okay. And none of the ones we checked
No.
outside. Okay. Oh god, I feel dumb now. I don't understand what that means at all. I mean, so nothing special about the statue. It just looks like a normal statue.
It's magical.
Yeah, other than the
Apart from that,
fact that's magical.
What's
The
cool with magic?
lock, like the width of the keyhole on the lock is only wide enough to like admit one key at a time, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't like put two flat next to each other and get them. Okay.
That would not fit in though.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought about when I.
Yeah, when they're flat on the side, it's like maybe they fit together. Genius.
Yeah. Do. And there's nothing special about the box. It's just a.
It's a pedestal, yeah, with like like kind of like the lock on the top.
Oh, yeah.
there-
So it's not even a box. It's just a pedestal with a keyhole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any like at this point of the investigation, I'll like have my like my paper out. I'll be like taking like
Yeah,
a sketch of
by the
like,
way,
the
at some
shape of
point,
each of
once
the
you
keys to
finish-
compare them and everything. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, so at one point when you would, in case like you would use this instead of paper, like while you're sorting through the keys, Silver like hands back the journal. He's like, it's quite the adventure.
About time you read mine. I've read yours enough times. Take them back. Take mine back and put them in my bag, and then continue sketching the outline of a key.
Yeah.
And then once I've got like a really familiarity with the layout of each of these keys, are there any? Do I notice any patterns in like the bits on the key? Like, are there any bits that like in the same position on every key? Like, is there any one that's like fixed and all the rest are alternating, or maybe like?
So you have all these kind of like, You have all these kind of sketches on the paper, right? Are they all on different bits of paper?
No, like it's the 6 keys, and like there's just not even really like this full sketch of the key, just the shape of the bitting. Like, yeah, I'm trying to look at them kind of mathematically. I'm trying to figure out if there's like a code in them anywhere or like anything consistent, any sort of pattern hidden in there.
Do another in check. Like, yeah, I mean, it's difficult, but like Idjit would be.
I
Like,
want to keep that 17. No, that's fair. Hang on.
like you're getting. It really like you feel
nothing.
like you're close. Like you can
man.
feel it, but you can't quite grasp like how it all
man.
fits together.
I
wish I could
would
go.
help him so he can get advantage.
Okay, good advantage.
I mean, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know
if you want to have a look at it, I'll let someone.
Yeah, you
I'll
can do your
present
own
that.
check.
I'll
Like,
present
oh,
someone
yeah,
else with the problem, but like I would have done when I got my first opinion.
Okay,
I've been doing it on my own.
Okay, so you feel, Richard, that like you're really close. When you were thinking earlier, and you were like, if the keys were like fitted together, they wouldn't quite fit in. Like you can't get out of your head that like while they might not fit in, it would at least make a new key. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Oh.
And like when you look at the paper, you're like the biddings aren't really stuff that's like the same anywhere, but like they look like they could almost be like like laid on top of each other.
Okay, whatever. I'll get the keys down and stack them flat. See what and just like look at the stack of keys.
Yeah, so you get them all down and you
See what it looks like when they're
plan them all out. So yeah, and when you look above it, like from on top, you can see that these are like really well made. If you're like looking at it directly from top, especially from you have no depth perception, it almost like looks like not in 3D to you. So almost just like one key.
Ah. Okay, yeah. Now I'm gonna go outside.
And find a key.
I'll take
that
to
looks like
find the key that looks like this.
Mm.
That's okay. Well, actually, what I'll do is, well, no, do I want to take the 6 outside? That sounds like it might trigger undead.
Sure,
to attack that 6
Orvex,
sort of
can you look at this?
Orvex's like, I guess, and like wanders into it, and yeah, he takes another look, and he's like, oh, that's.
As best as I can with my lack of depth perception, while Orvex
Yeah.
is there, I want to sketch like the combined
The combined bit, like, when
combined
it's
bit.
overlaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're able to do that, and it's quite like it's quite a complex shape, but like it's not like crazy. It's like you overlay that many furniture, you'd think it almost looks like wouldn't work at all, right? Like it would just be like
Well,
big
yeah,
blocks of it sticking
but,
out, but
like-
it looks like
Were any of the keys outside as complex as the shape?
yeah.
Okay, oh, cool. That's promising. Then yeah, so I'll go. Okay, I'll let Orvex say what he was going to say, or
I
investigate.
don't know. Orvex should have brought over, and he's like, yes, I see.
Okay.
Can I help?
Yeah,
with
so I
this?
gather the six investigators together, and I say, right, I think we're looking for a key, and I hold it up, that looks like this. Gather any keys, I say, I just a pile of 200 good keys. I say, any key from that pile that's at least on this level of complexity into a smaller pile, and then once we've got that little pile, we'll compare them each individually to the thing. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, everyone roll a D100. Whoever rolls highest gets found the final key, which they believe
Nice.
matches.
Okay, the reason why I got Orvex over there, just FYI, is if he saw a key like that.
Oh,
his
his
super
memory isn't that good.
It's not that good.
This
Oh.
one's is Orvex.
Well, I thought he had like a
get it.
photogenic memory.
Akamenos, you were not an investigator. You weren't searching through the keys.
Yeah, get out of here.
Alright, fine, you can do it well. That's
No.
Arca. And now this is
Oh,
someone daddy.
Dude, what the hell?
Oh, daddy is pretty good!
Dude, what the hell? I got the lowest with a 50. Oh no,
No, I got a
17.
17. I got a 17.
17,
Don't worry
that's
about
good.
it.
So, minutes, you like made it into smaller power, and you go through that. And after a couple, it's like you guys are pretty fabulous. I mean, you're doing it now. Even now, Kamenos has joined in. Please doesn't really understand what he's searching for, but he's really into it. And eventually, Silver, like he kind of stops and checks one and kind of checks again, and then he lifts it. It's like, this looks a spitting image to me, and kind of hands it over to you, Sky.
Yeah, I take it off him and compare it myself. I don't trust his opinion.
Yeah. So if you kind of put that on the ground and you have the 6 key next to them, they it's amazingly they almost look like the same key. Especially to you about that perception, you almost look indistinguishable.
This feels like it. Well done, Father. You found it.
He kind of just shrugs his just luck.
I take the key and I go and. Is there anything? Oh no, I feel like we've been maximally considered and cautious about this. I try the key on the thing.
I stand by the door.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
I turn it. What? I turn it clockwise. Why are you making me think about this? I turn it clockwise.
You turn the key, and like clockwise, and there's a click, and then the pedestal grinds on the spot around you. As it turns, an ornate stone cube corkscrews up from a concealed hatch in the surface. And just da 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 da. I need like a Zelda. And you guys get Unk's cube. Let me.
See, even
And
there, the
I grab
X-Files
it.
music would have been appropriate, you know? Just like it's good for all occasions.
Well, yeah, you're right. And it looks like this.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah.
Okay, I give it to the what do,
I
what
was
do we
standing
call it?
next
The
to
cube,
you,
the
so-
cube bearer. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh no, but I gotta take it and present it to you. You know,
Okay.
I take it, and I
The
present
ritual
it.
must.
The ritual. I present it to the cube bearer.
Yeah, I take it.
Nice. So that's our third cube.
Indeed.
And we need what, 9?
You say that out loud, or you just like?
Yeah, I say it out loud.
Yeah, as you say it, your father, like, you've done well. I've been here a long time, and I was only ever able to get 2.
We are better than most.
Which
you have
two
2
do you-
cubes.
And which two do you have?
He like shakes his eye. I did. I had the cube from Aegon's shrine, the Almirage, and at one point I had the shrine from Kubazan, but no longer.
Kubazan, the Froghemoth, or yes.
He nods.
What can you tell us of Kubazan's shrine? We've scoped it out, but we were
I was
low on spells for the day and
Well, I
decided not
think
to
the
approach.
main danger of the shrine is the creature itself. However, I was able to get around that. I lured it away and was able to quickly deal with the shrine itself. He kind of like frowns. He's like, the door itself is locked, the gate, the key of which is hidden inside the statue in the middle of the pond. Do you want me to move you back there so you can see it, by the way? But you all have
Yeah.
seen it, so it's
Yeah,
fair for
sure.
you, I think. So,
Ha! Now I'm here. I grabbed the key.
yeah, after I lured him away, I searched the pool. I found a key hidden inside the mouth of the frog statue. It unlocked the gate into the shrine. And the shrine itself it's a pit with sharpened stakes at the bottom. There is wooden beams around the outside which you must climb up. But luckily that suits me quite well as well, you can imagine. I am quite adept at climbing. The quite dangerous, however, when you take the cube, the gate locked, it released a poisonous gas into the room. I was saw myself doing for a while. However, through luck and I don't know, messing around with too many traps in my youth, I found that I could stop the gas by placing a similar object on the pedestal. So you guys, did it the wrong shrine.
Oh,
We'd
oh
like,
well, at least I got warned about this because I was. Do you know how fucking mad I would have been if we got to that shrine and like, and like, oh, I should have done the item swap, and I'd be like, I tried that at like 3 shrines.
Yeah, so he's like, and yeah, that ended the poison, and I was able to unlock the door on the way out with the same key.
Well, there should be no problem at all. We have become adept at climbing, and I've been poisoned more times than I can count.
Or I can just fly in there, take the cube, and teleport out.
Yeah, he kind of shrugs and like, I saw no reason that would.
And the strategy of luring the monster away will work even better with a group the size of ours.
He knows. Indeed, it seemed a fiendish foe. I would not want to fight it. Perhaps with so many, it would be possible, but if you do not take the risk, I would not do it.
I turn to everyone who isn't my father and say, that I know we're all a bit exhausted for the day, and it is quite late, but that does sound like a shrine we could solve relatively simply and easily. It would make sense to, or it could make sense rather to do that tonight, given that we are, after all, pressed for time in general.
Sky, if you can get the cube, I think I might be able to simply use a spell to lure the Froghemoth away.
that sounds like a reasonable suggestion. Let's. I sort of start searching my possessions for something now that we know what the actual weights of the cubes are, because they're quite light, right?
Yeah, I forget how much exactly. Let me check.
I remember it being surprisingly light.
Yeah,
because like I did like tests to see if it was like hollow and stuff, and it wasn't. It's just like a somehow really light stone cube.
Where is it written in here? Yes, sorry. It's light. Let me double check how much. That's what were you gonna say? Assume it's very light.
A torch, roughly, maybe the same weight, possibly.
You can find something in your belongings. Yeah.
Sure.
It's
many belongings.
half a pound. Yeah, like
Half a pound. Okay, I'll just snap a torch in half or something. That's
quarter of a kilo for those people who don't know what a pound is. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So I like get
fake.
a little.
Wait.
Like I get a stick or a rock or something. It's approximately the same weight. And say, excellent. Shall we head over there then? It's not that far.
I see no reason why not. I look at
Let's go.
no one but the father
Mhm.
and ask, what made you lose the cubes? That seems
He's like,
not ideal.
there's magic on them. At one point I tried to. Well, I wanted to venture outside Omu for a while. I've been here a long time, and I left into the jungle to go hunt and see if I could find any more people. But it seems once you leave the city or get some distance away, they just disappear. They return here.
So remain with an Omen. Well, that was our plan anyway.
You know.
I begin leading the way back towards the log.
I just grumble. I could do with some dinosaur meat.
And yeah, like from there over towards the Froghemoth Shrine, Kubazan.
Sure. Yeah. At this point, when you almost getting there, it's starting to get pretty. Like it's pretty dark. Like it's like not like pure dark, but the sun is definitely setting.
Good. That can be stealthy.
Yeah. It's definitely like dim light at this point.
I wanna,
it doesn't matter.
I want to like verify. I mean, obviously you did because you took us to the map and everything. But I want to like verify to the best of our ability before we go anywhere near it, like that everything my father said about it was true, like the way he described it and where things were. Do we see the Froghemoth around? I can't remember what we like see when we come here. He's not just like hopping around.
But hold your horses. So you kind of cut your way through the undergrowth, but there's so much. When you get to about here, you kind of like as you kind of turn the corner, you see it. It certainly does not appear how you believe you left it, which was even like just like, I mean, it was quite early in the day, but maybe like 8 hours ago or something like that. As you kind of turn the corner and look around, it's more like a scene of. I guess a battlefield is too grandiose a word, but definitely something happened here. Around the wait, like I'll move you. Sorry, I'll move you here so you can at least see what it looks like.
Fight field. It's not
What's
quite
the
a battlefield.
Froghemoth in the story called again?
Kubazan, right? Yeah.
Kubazan of Froghemoth, yeah.
Yeah, he wrestled the god.
He's angry.
This thing is
Yeah.
round. Wait, no, it's fine, but it is.
Yeah.
Have this thing.
Big
on it.
boy.
That doesn't look.
Whoa, that's a Froghemoth. Oh, it's dead.
Yeah. So as you guys are kind of going around the corner, you go and look at the thing. You see that like, yeah, there's this massive creature which you did not see before is kind of lying, kind of like part of it is like kind of burnt off. It looks like like so the skin is just like black in some areas, and like a lot of the grass and even the wooden planks around here are like they're like not on fire, but it looks
Scorched.
like scorched. Well, even scorched, you like burnt, like not just
Okay,
scorched,
yeah.
like actually burnt. Like this, some of the shrubs, especially around this wall,
yeah.
were just like
They got
completely
fully
fried,
burned.
fully burned. Like so, like it wasn't like a little fire.
Someone nuked it with a number of
something pretty big.
fireballs.
Like an
Yeah.
actual.
Exactly.
Okay,
Like
so
so,
at-
this is all destroyed. You know, and you see yeah. I mean, just at a distance. That's all you can really see.
Right. So observing that, like gather everyone around.
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, your father came with in case.
And I say, is that to you like the work of your wizard friends, Orvex?
Orvex kind of you see the lump in his throat, so he kind of gulps and he kind of nods. He's like, yeah, exactly. He's like, that would certainly be their work. I've seen. Well, I saw many monsters in our journey through the jungle end up looking like that. Poor beast. You're like poor beast. Like,
I don't disagree. Poor beast.
How
They really
No, we
don't
can't.
number on it.
Sorry, what,
Yeah,
Richard?
there's a lot of people talking. About
no,
it.
I was gonna ask him, but we're too far away to see if
Right,
it's
Zeno,
been
what
dead
did you
for
say
long
then?
or not.
I said they really did a number on this beast.
The number
So-
of the beast.
A number.
They really did the number of
No, they didn't.
a number
Yeah,
on this
that's
beast.
true.
Yeah,
We
I
know-
heard.
know what you're saying.
The okay, so I say, well, furthermore, we should exercise a degree of caution. They could still be here or about, and if the shrine is indeed trapped as my father described, they could potentially still be inside, victims of the poison gas. Does
Does
the
wizards of this ability not have the ability to apparate?
depends how many
Fucking Harry Potter.
depends how much of that depends how many of them there were and how much of their magic
He
they
knows what
expended.
magic.
I don't doubt that the Red Wizards, if they under normal circumstances, are more than capable of overcoming a puzzle like this shrine, but it's possible that they were caught unawares with few spells remaining. I want to. Well, and I'll say it to everyone. I say I want to sneak up and peer in through the door of the shrine and see if I can see anything going on in there.
We sneak up and peer into the
We?
door.
I see. It kind of
No.
felt like he was implying it would be him, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
anyone who
guys.
wants. I don't tell anyone not to come with me if they try and come with me.
I would follow to the shrine, but I like to where the walls are and stuff, but I wouldn't go all the way to
Right.
the door or anything.
your father also followed because he
I wanna
enjoys stealthing, you know.
Follow up to the behemoth and
I'm
stuff.
not-
Ah, it's a stealth battle, baby.
I'm not even that
Let's
stealthy.
go
Oh,
stealthy. boys.
stealthy.
We're going stealthy in.
Plus a 9.
Well, I mean,
Got
he
that
said,
rogue- he's a
So
rogue,
good
you know.
stealth.
This guy said, "Well, I'm going to stealthily walk up to the wall." So, okay, like, if you're walking with him at the same pace with being really unstealthy, I don't know if he's going to be annoyed. But
I'm
I would-
stealthier in the skies.
Yeah.
I'm obviously gonna be very stealthy.
What?
Yeah, I mean, they're not that bad, Sky.
Not much work.
Fine,
That's not
if the
what I
whole
wonder.
party's going. Like,
I'm not wondering at their stealth. I'm just wondering if they're coming at all.
They're all coming to all and all trying to be stealthy. And, you
Okay,
know,
well,
Yeah.
70 managing. I'm not going to even roll for Orvex. He's just all innately
He just
stealthy.
falls into the water.
Oh, I'm coming
Yeah.
on. Man, you're
Stealth.
nice. I mean, I guess I'm all for Darko, but everyone's so good at this.
Oh.
Right,
success.
as you guys kind of get up closer, so which part of it? I mean, you can move your tokens. You know where exactly
Sure.
you're trying to.
like here. Oh,
I
I
just-
couldn't
yeah,
move
follow
through
Sky.
things.
We're coming from the north.
There.
You're coming from the northeast, yeah. Yeah. As you get
Yeah,
closer, I'll describe the combat a little more.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You notice that underneath this creature, basically like kind of crushed by it, there's a figure. It's definitely dead. It's heavily burnt as well. Like, you know, the face is like half kind of blackened on one side. Doesn't appear to. No robe. This kind of appears just to be like almost like a fight you would see set up for like jungle travel, you know, like kind of light armor, sword at the like kind of sword like lying
Merc.
crumpled next to the body, but like, you know, mercenary type looking fellow.
I'll make a note to ask Orvex if he knows him.
I stab the beast just in case.
Yeah, you like kind of stab in. There's a hiss. No,
He's
Yeah.
not bluffing. Okay.
he's always really
Merely
good at
pretending.
bluffing. Yeah, yeah, and you kind of go up to the door. The door is. We'll double check, but I think I know what it will be. But let me double check. Yeah, the door is still currently shut. Like, yeah, it is, and like,
Is it a solid door or is it like?
yeah, I guess I can be double. I think that's. Apparently, it's not. No, it's kind of like a locked gate. Above the lintel, there is another thing in like old Umayan, which I assume you're gonna ask Orvex. So
Yeah.
Quickly check it out.
It says, Shubazan urges us to tread without fear and to give back as much as we take.
Okay, well that makes sense. You've got to replace the thing. Okay. Tread without fear. Okay, I do that all the time. And so what was the door like?
Looks like this one does have a lock in it. Like there's a key.
Okay, but
Oh,
like
no.
it's like a solid door. We can't like see
It's
through it and see
solid,
inside
yeah,
the
yeah,
shrine.
sorry, solid door, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No sounds on that side.
Nope.
Okay. Well, so, I mean, people are around. I assume like other people are investigating things simultaneously. Since the action is in my voice at the moment, I'll like sort of hop. Yeah. Wait, you just fly out there, Richard?
I don't have flight. I would like go over here, like not jump over,
Okay.
but get as far as I
I
can.
like hop here to here to here. This looks like a safe route. Actually, like a 10-foot jump. And I want to join Richard here and have a look inside the mouth.
Like, there's an indentation. Like, because you know exactly what you're looking for, thanks to your father. Like, there's an indentation where you would imagine a key would like fit perfectly, but it's currently missing.
Okay, I would go over here, and I would wait until everyone is where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I call to the others and I say, again, at this point I do call out loud, like, you know, sort of break the silence because it seems a bit pretty alone here. And I say, from what my father's described, it seems there's some kind of mechanism for multiple of these cubes to be acquired from each shrine, yes? I mean, the shrine with the gladiators conveniently seem to reset itself automatically. Presumably the other shrines do something similar? Perhaps we should come back here tomorrow?
The spears didn't return to the soldiers, did it? After the soldiers returned when we killed them, but the spears, they didn't activate again because the spears are not. We
during
could
the test
check that
itself,
shrine before we could check that shrine again and see if the spears are still in the statues that unlock the cube, but
That sounds like something we could usefully do before going to bed. We could go and see
I opened the door, but
How do you open it?
I try to open the door
You
again.
try to open it. It's locked.
Okay.
Well, I say wait, hang on, no, we sorry, lose track of time. We did that shrine, the Kamadan shrine earlier today, right? It might not have reset itself yet. Fully.
Silver, do you think you can try to unlock the door?
That
You were
strikes
able
me
to
as
open
a bad idea. I think if we attempt to cheat any of these shrines, the consequences can become dire quite
Well,
rapidly.
what I thought of is that they try to get the cube. Yes. What if they are inside and died to the poison? Then the door would still be locked and the key inside.
That's what I assume too. But presumably the shrine isn't stuck in that state forever. If someone were to fail it like that, I mean, someone's definitely put some thought into the whole system of puzzles here. It's all relatively well planned out.
But at the same time, it's in a locked state from the cube being taken, and your father did not receive a penalty from unlocking the door at that point. I doubt we would do it here.
Well, he unlocked the door by replacing something on the pedestal or whatever with equal weight, right?
He kind of shakes his like, no, that didn't unlock the door itself. It
stopped the
needed to
gas.
That stopped the gas. The door still needed to be unlocked with the key.
Oh, you unlocked it with the key on the way out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or he would have still had it with him.
Even if the shrine itself resets, that doesn't mean there will be another cube.
Well, we can cross
Regardless-
that bridge when we come to it. We can take the cube from whomever has it.
What was it later with the Red Mercenaries or whatever?
The Red Wizards of Thay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Regardless, let's check on the other shrine that
So what
That we
specifically
did,
do we
and
want to check about the...
and see if we place the spears in the statues on the top level.
Yeah,
Oh,
today,
right.
though, right?
Yeah, but that
Have
was
been-
today. Yeah, that was today. That's what I said.
Yeah,
I
that was
don't know if
today.
it would have...
Yeah, that's true.
Perhaps we should just count ourselves thankful that we found anything of note here and go and get some sleep back at HQ.
Let us do that. There was something special about the body under here. Just
Oh yeah, Orvex, anyone you know?
Kind of like,
Hold up a light spell to...
yeah, he kind of like, tries to peer at it. It's like, well, kind of grimaces. The face is quite
I like
badly
Harvey dent the
burnt.
head over, so it's like
Yeah,
the visible
but-
side.
But it kind of thinks it's like, I wouldn't be surprised that if that's Bort, one of the mercenaries we used to help escort us and take belongings, travel with us.
It would appear he's been used as cannon fodder.
He's kind of nods. It's like it wouldn't be the first time.
Frog fodder. What's a cannon?
Cannons exist.
Cannons exist.
Do they? Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
I want a cannon.
maybe.
I want a cannon now.
No,
Ian.
not portable cannons.
Cannon's a cannon, Ian. Okay. Yeah. Let's just. I think we should just head back to the barn, whatever it was where he settled down at.
He's like
Base of operations.
as you kind of
White
mentioned,
House.
it's like he's like kind of silver holds up and it's like, wait, I must ask you something. You mentioned here wasn't but 2 days ago you had a run in with the Yuan Tai, correct?
Yes, they attacked us our first night in Omen.
They're treacherous snakes.
He doesn't like
He
snakes.
nods. It's understandable. They've been a menace. My primary danger in the city. Have you had any more dealings with you? Have you seen him anymore?
No, not at all, actually.
Well, we came across a group where we came across the signs of battle when we rescued Orvex, where another group, the Red Wizards of Thay, and I kind of gesture again to the mercenary, had done battle with some Yuan-Ti. And they'd done some weird shit with the bodies, but apart from that, we haven't seen any living ones.
I would be very careful. I've had quite, I guess in some ways, a game of cat and mouse with them since my time in the city. If what you said true, and a whole scouting party of them got killed and they heard no sign, they will most certainly be scouring the city for the culprits.
That's funny. We've been sort of walking around brass balls and haven't bumped into them at all. But...
We are not a mouse.
He kind of like, I can see that. Are you sure there's no way they? He kind of like looks around, semi-nervous. Says, "Is there any way they could have been following you or still be?"
I mean, we've exposed ourselves in plenty of situations. And plenty of times, but it would have been a really good time for them to attack us if they were sneakily following us around, and they haven't. I can't offer any evidence against that other than that we haven't seen anything.
He kind of thinks, he nods. It's like, he kind of thinks.
What's the Yuan-Ti's goal here? I mean, I know what their end goal is, but are they attempting to stop people from acquiring the cubes? Are they trying to acquire the cubes for themselves? What's presumably not, because they're already, activating the Soulmonger somewhere deep inside the Temple of the Nine Gods.
He's like, he kind of sounds like, this Soulmonger, I'm afraid I don't know. I hadn't heard of such a thing until you mentioned it. However, I believe they are doing something to guard the city web. I believe it is from the shrines themselves, from what the stones that are kept there. I've seen, or how to say, you're not the only people who have come looking for something in the tomb, but I've seen signs of battle between the Untai and these other adventurers. I've seen people captured. I don't know if they're guarding them for themselves, for someone else. I'm not sure.
Surely sacrifices for their evil rituals.
I think I would not be at all surprised.
Yes, aren't they trying to gather souls to reawaken the Dendar, the Night Serpent, or something? It would make sense if they were kidnapping people to feed souls into the thing that they're using them for that exact sacrificial purpose. Yes. Anyway, needn't worry about that because we won't let that happen. But for now, I think a night's rest might be well earned and very necessary.
Be very good, yes.
Kind of. Silver.
I turn to Silver and say, will you return to your own encampment or will you join us? Watch him suspiciously.
He kind of thinks like, I am worried about the Yuan-Tai. They are not one to be taken lightly. If you are going to rest for the night, may I ask permission to, I guess, watch over your area to scout the surroundings to see if I can uncover anything hiding in the dark.
Are you going to try and murder us in our sleep?
I would prefer to try to murder whatever trying to murder you in your sleep.
I incite him.
I just nod at that and say, good answer.
Normal insight. 14.
You think he's telling the truth?
Okay.
Classic.
I say, well, then you have my permission.
To die.
Oh man.
We return to our base, and I use the hutch and whatever it's called. I keep forgetting the name of that fucking spell. Tiny hutch, something tiny hutch.
Lumens.
Okay. So yeah.
I tapped away. Oops, what was it?
So as you kind of head towards your base, when you get kind of close and it's clear where where you're heading. Silver kind of says, "Oh, wait, let me put you back on the map." Yeah. So this one up here. Yeah. So yeah, once you get the new constant up, Silver kind of like turns and says, "Oh, like when you get close, he stops walking. He's like, I will begin the hunt then," and he kind of like It kind of like walks away and like very quickly is like taken up by like the dark of the night. And yeah.
Watch out for the giant bird, the dinosaur in the south northwest.
He read about that in the journal. He knows.
Oh yeah, he probably would have told you about that. Oh well. Next time. You didn't really want to check. Yeah, but yeah, he is gone, and you are just you five here.
An interesting man, at least. And he seems skilled as a warrior. Not the worst father to have. I admit, the years away, not ideal.
Very much not.
No, I don't hold any of that against him. I mean, in a small way, I hold having a son against him. I would never be so careless because I know I would be exactly the same kind of father he is.
Protection, children.
But yeah, and I know that in our souls we are one and the same. I followed in his journey after he sent his journals back to me, and I would be exactly the same kind of father as him if I did have a son. I'd never see him.
You sure there's no little Sky Juniors running around?
He's a careful cat,
Okay.
Cautiousness protected the cat. Yeah. As I say, I hold on against him. I just, for all those same reasons, I have no more reason to trust him than I would have if I'd found a complete stranger on that rooftop.
I'm glad you do not harbor hate. I can't imagine his position.
I can.
It doesn't help that he almost killed one of us.
I mean, you're right, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, we'd say that we have also adopted a rather shoot first, ask questions later policy at times since we've been here. It is true what he said. When you're traveling the jungles of Chult, a lot of what you come across is very dangerous, and the best survival strategy is often to make sure that there isn't a possibility of being caught unawares.
Especially alone. His bravery is not to be underestimated.
Nevertheless, don't trust him. Not yet, anyway. Like I said, he can prove that he deserves it if he wants to.
Okay. Sure thing, Sky.
And we take a long rest in.
Sure. Yeah.
Very long rest.
You wish. Okay.
I still have my 8 temporary HP. Why do I?
Nah, it ran off at some point. I think it'll break out.
It's random.
It's I think.
Wow,
It
you're very
turned
optimistic there.
He turned into a bunny and ran off.
So perhaps yes.
Actually, can we take like a short break? I'm gonna go grab a drink and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Since long rest and all that.
Do I get my wages?
Of course you do.
I feel like getting angry.
Isn't that your secret?
Nah, I wish. I'm angry at 3 specific times in the day.
Man, better than Pathfinder Barbarian, who only had this many rounds of rage.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I learned that playing Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Yeah, what's that like? Is that just like
Well,
LGD, like Divinity or something?
it's a Pathfinder thing. It's not turn-based, which I despise up to no end, which is why I installed the turn-based mod.
Extremely turn-based.
Yes, exactly. This is exactly my point, John. It's I very immediately installed the turn-based mod thing. So now it's much better. I really enjoy playing it, actually.
You know, all the rules.
Had to. I guess. I was. It felt so shit when I didn't know what the fuck I was. I looked at some guides and shit to like, kind of refresh my mind of what actually is possible to do, and it just feels much better now.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
What's fun?
Pathfinder Kingmaker. But my guy, he uses the Elven Curve Blade.
Nice.
And with all the buffs and shit, I think have like 35 AC in fights.
Fucking crazy.
Pretty much only get hit on crits.
OP. But luckily, I'm the one rolling, so all the crits.
Well, Pathfinder have to confirm, you know, and you cannot confirm against my AC.
Yes, confirm.
Yeah, you have to. If you crit, you have to. If you crit, you have to hit over AC to confirm. Which means if they have, if they literally don't have like 15 and to attack onto my 35 AC and roll 20 again, they can't confirm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited to play games again.
No. You don't need to.
I imagine.
You've got life without games now.
Shut up, Ian. Let him have fun.
Like, I know it's crazy, but I kind of want to go back into Battle Royales. Like,
League of Legends.
Maybe some.
League of Legends. You got to do the graphics with League of Legends.
Nah, maybe some Apex Legends.
Whoa.
Maybe some Call of Duty.
Whoa.
I think I'm going to be so good with this new setup. You know?
Oh yeah, that's true. Obviously, that was the problem.
Right. Are we ready to go?
We ready? Okay, cool.
You're acting as if you're muted, Chris, but you're not.
No,
You're like crunch.
right in front of the mic as well.
Okay,
Like-
so yeah,
Like, I
my mute
recognize that
hotkey.
I'm muted not. I recognize that very well.
Okay,
Yeah,
oh no, I've
yeah.
got my mute hotkey only works.
When what? Sorry?
The mute hotkey only works on tabbed into Discord.
Uh,
Yeah, there we go. Oh, whatever.
a bit silly, but makes sense.
That's
That's not how it's supposed to work.
it.
We're gonna
So-
get killed now, Chris. So
Oh, we take watches, right? We don't trust this.
I watch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So according to your reckoning, Mr.
Reckon.
Yeah, according to your reckoning. Yeah, what's wrong with that, boy? If you don't like using
Reckon.
big words.
Wow.
Yeah, according to your reckoning.
I'm very smart.
According to your judgment, is that better? According to your brain, like, that's how you use it in terms of time. You say like, oh, I reckon it's been about like 20 minutes. You know, I reckon. Like, so you say reckoning. To your reckoning, it's been perhaps a couple of hours since you started your vest, and at that point, you kind of hear the. It was just the building pretty weird. There weren't like actual doors. I remember there was just like kind of openings. You kind of no, you don't see a light, but you hear like a noise in the opening of a door, and a voice calls out. Like it's a voice that they're not shouting, but they want people to hear. If you know what I mean. And you recognize the voice to be Silver, and he's like saying, "Wake up!" And you kind of like see him like walk into the like through the opening corridor, and he's like dragging a body behind him.
Okay.
Some fun.
Kind of looks at you.
We're-
Richard,
we're
he's
like on
wake
the
up the
top-
others
we're on-
now.
Okay. I kick
Okay.
the others awake.
You're on the top floor, but then like he started to find the
Kick all of
staircase.
us away.
We obviously haven't achieved a long rest yet, but have we had a short rest?
Yeah, you can have a short rest.
Nice.
I mean, you can have a short rest. Yeah, it's like no problem.
Put those arrows back up as well by half.
Yeah. So do you? Yeah. I mean, he would have seen where you camped, or he finds it. He's very smart. And then like he goes to the stairs, or like and he kind of, maybe he just like goes. He probably doesn't go to center wider, but you see his head kind of peer over the top as he looks around. And he kind of sees you there, and he's like, "Wake up the others now!
Yeah, I'm waking up the others. I'm
Do it!
He's so stealthy with the kicks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just like kick away the others.
Yeah, I kick everyone by the Sako guy. Yeah.
You can't take the hit.
I'm nice to Saka as I wake her up. Lightly shake her.
Wow.
Yeah, she awakes straight.
It's a man of your dreams.
Like leaning right over her by both shoulders, like, hey, Zach.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
hey.
Silver like kind of gets to the top of the stairs, and he like just waiting for you to wake up, like you're looking pretty like on edge.
What's up?
He's like, we need to move. He kind of like gestures to the one and says like, I found us.
You got a tiny hut.
He's like, I
We're
found
okay.
one of you untie outside, but they never travel alone. If there was only one, it meant the others have gone for more, gone for reinforcements, or gone to scout out from another area. Either way, they know you're here.
I legitimately think the tiny hut's probably still the best place to be, but he can't get inside, right?
No,
He has to be inside the area when the spell is cast.
I believe so. Yeah.
How
Yes.
does the tiny hut like work protective wise? Because I can't just find it and attack us, right?
What's that?
Not again
The
wait
tiny
outside.
The thing.
They can wait. They can wait outside, or like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they can wait
but-
outside for it to end, but like while it's there, it's like an invincible force dome around us that they can't get through.
Oh, we sit inside. Their army will gather outside.
Like we can get in and out if you were inside it when the spell was cast, but they
Yeah.
can't get in and they can't affect you with anything inside.
We could just slightly change our position and recast the spell.
Oh, you can cast it again. Okay, in that case, yeah.
I can
that's
cast
fine.
it infinitely.
sure.
Infinite
sure,
number of times, yeah.
Either way, they are not a small force. If they're
Okay.
coming en masse,
Which side did you find him on? We'll go out the other way.
he was on the east. So like,
Okay. I guess we'll go out the south door and head west. It's probably the most open space. We're likely to be seen, but we're likely to see any attackers as well. We're not going to bump into someone hiding in a tree.
And
you know,
do you know what? Like as we are moving south, like as we're starting to move west. Oh wait, are we going southwest or was that what it said?
yeah. As you going up past, you see there's like a body of like a Yuntai, like basically lying there that he like dragged over just in case you wanted like proof.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess night vision people are leading the
Yeah,
not night vision people.
I imagine so.
Also,
He's
hang
like
on.
saying like,
Oh.
I want to insight my father, right?
okay.
We haven't seen these fuckers for nights.
Mhm.
The first
Well, for
night,
nights, no, this is the
He
second,
happens
this
to
is
be
the second
around.
night for sure.
for nights.
For nights, no.
We
one
only
night.
spent 2 nights, right?
The first
we
night
spent
you
two
attacked by the Yuntai.
No, we spent
No,
we
we
spent
spent-
one night.
One night in the soldier den. On the
In the
first.
soldier
this-
den?
Oh, we got
Yeah.
attacked. We got. Well, there was one night we got attacked.
That was when
There was
you
one night we
attacked.
got attacked. We've definitely slept down here 2 nights.
No, yeah, haven't you said that?
There was the one that was like a long. We slept like next to this thing, right? And didn't we see
Yeah.
one night over by the temple of Shigambi or something like here? Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
think
pretty sure we
so.
slept inside the temple as well.
The notes shall tell us.
I can check for you guys if you want.
Please do.
But even like we haven't been alone. That's the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Either,
Anyway, it's
either
been
way,
like,
I mean,
like
this is
2
what-
nights now. You haven't seen a single Yuan-Ti since like the first night.
60
And now the first time that Father Dearest just happens to be around.
He's been killing them all, obviously.
If I can, oh, they found you. Look, here's a dead one to prove it. Oh, they got to move out of your safe space into the open.
No, it's the first. It's just there's only been one night sleep.
It's crazy. I swear, didn't we had like a long rest down here and a long rest up here?
Nope.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying the notes I've been that I haven't marked short rests, but like the night of the 60th day was when you encountered Yuan-Tai, and then the night of the 61st day was when you had a thing in the thing. Yeah, but you haven't actually.
But no, but we definitely had a long rest between.
Oh, wait, did we have one last session? I haven't read in my notes yet.
Because we definitely had a long rest between the first time we attempted the Shigami Temple and failed miserably and like
Yeah,
used all of our
we had the
resources and
dream.
everything.
We had the
Oh,
dream.
yeah.
And then we had the dream, and then like
I forgot about the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a retcon, that long rest. You know, that never really happened. It's just in your mind.
there was like one there, and there was one here. That's what I'm saying.
So when did you rest? Man, I gotta get my notes up to date. I will. Oh, well.
Shortly after we found Orvex, we basically camped out here with Jacko, Alcamenos rather, spinning his trident in his sleep, which he was, to be fair, also doing at the other place, but that was when that was initially introduced.
That wasn't over there. That was up here though. That was
Yeah, that was definitely with
No, that was outside the Shigami Temple. We hadn't even gone up there
that was
at
a
that
short
point.
rest. That was a short rest. 100%.
What was it?
You did short rest, and you tried to fight Shigami again, and you were like, "This is fucking stupid." And then
Well,
you
the
didn't have any
one we
spells.
had up here was the second rest, because we woke up from that one.
No, the second rest you had was the one in the base yesterday. Or this one, like, you woke up.
Oh,
this
yeah. So first...
Short rest here. You went in, tried to fight the gladiator first, went badly. Then you tried again. Tom didn't have any spells, so it went badly again. You went and had a proper long rest. Then you went back, fucked up the gladiator, which was today.
Right, okay, that was today. Okay, yeah. So we had one up here and one in the base previously.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But either way, maybe they were here the other night. You just never noticed. Alright. Okay.
We need to find a different building to spend the night.
He nods.
Yeah. So we bust out the happy mouth exit.
Yeah.
And
Happy looks pretty sad to me, but okay.
I don't know, but it's the eyes that make it look happy to me. I don't know. I agree, the mouth is like a downturned mouth, but like the overall face seems joyous to me, right? Does it not look happy? Bro, looks happy to me.
Okay, yeah. So you get out of the south and then head towards the west.
Yeah, I guess cut across towards these stairs.
Yeah, and without any light, right? Just
Yeah.
the dark vision
no.
leading the other. Yeah. Sure, yeah, it kind of sucks for you, Alcamenos and Dino, because I think you both can't see, right? But they're
I use my trident senses.
they help with they're like, guiding you along. Yeah, like where are you heading exactly? Like if you're not like it depends. Like if you're letting Silver go first, he's like going somewhere, but if you're also going somewhere, then you go somewhere. You know what I mean?
Did we find any? Because I know we found. We were
Eugen's
searching
temple
buildings.
would be perfect.
That is not a bad idea. Because that still has an active trap that we know how to pass through.
We can just go to Eugen's, bypass the trap, camp out in the tunnels. You only have to camp out in like the room where the cube is in case that like fucks something up. It's a pretty safe place to be.
The only problem with it is we're trapped there if they find us.
I mean, in honesty, I have rations to last quite a while, and they'd have to come at us in a pretty haphazard manner. Oh god, I don't want to make it into a fight, though, where, like, it's a bunch of NPCs having to cross the trap tiles while, like, like microing, like, 8 fucking snake people across the trap squares. Oh, that would be the worst thing I'd ever have to DM in my life. But yeah, but seriously, I think it's a good place to hide, guys.
Temple.
Who was the one that had like the trap squares and like 2 tunnels going out of the way?
You could hold them out a while, but I think you don't realize how big a force there is if they bring all their might. There's possibly over 100 of them.
Well, then where would you suggest we go?
Somewhere with a back exit. He's like, he kind of turns around, like looking in the sky, and he's like, "Is that if I was going to suggest I would do the cluster of buildings?" He kind of like points, like it's like funny, but he points, and like you don't really see what he pointed out, but it's way too far for your night vision. But like you get the sense that he just like knows it's really pretty fucking like back of the hand at this point. But he's like kind of gesturing towards like these cluster of buildings.
That's like the only cluster of buildings on our way, like back and forth, we haven't looked through.
All the shrines are in there.
I insight him.
Okay, full inside.
Whatever we choose, we must act swiftly.
He nods. He's like, that is what I think the most important.
Yeah, god damn it. This is
I guess I trust him.
This is the moment where you either trust him or you don't, Sky. Insight. 19. Oh, we're being led into a trap, Ian. This
I
motherfucker.
don't even see your inside, Will.
Well,
It's there, 19.
19.
He thinks that would be a good place to hide for the night.
I would go to the place with the magical mists. A lot of them died there, it seems. They might fear it.
That's
I highly doubt it.
That's a long way to go in the dark. This place is much closer.
And I
think-
doubt these creatures fear death.
I think we should go there.
Go there is in like where he,
Yeah.
The cluster of buildings, yeah.
he's like, then let's move. And he moves like fast at this point. Like it's like again, it's a similar. So he's not like actually using tabaxi speed, but you get like the way he's moving, he's basically using tabaxi speed to move stealthy at normal speed. If you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you guys kind of like he also like he likes. If you let him lead the way, he kind of takes you down the sort of on the other end, so you're like kind of running down at the shadow of it, not actually on the top, until you kind of like cut into these woods, and he kind of like leads you to one of the various buildings, and he kind of like once you're all inside, he sort of like lets out a more calm breath, and he's like, hopefully they will not be able to find us until I've left in the morning.
Did we see any sign of Yuan-Ti at all?
Other than the body.
Like footsteps.
Were you like were you searching like if you were like actually searching for like tracking stuff that would have slowed you down, but you still could have done it if you wanted to?
No, I mean, did we just see any while we were...
While you were moving? No,
Yeah.
you didn't see any.
I
How
would
long in
find...
total did it take us to get here from there?
From there, like maybe really fast, because like you'll move it like maybe like 5 minutes, because you are trying to be quiet though and like go over the side and like down, and then like until you actually find the building you're inside, you have to like work your way through this like jungly area. Like 5 minutes.
I would
Okay,
find a
so-
good place. I would gather everyone up and tiny hut it.
Okay.
As soon as the tiny hut is cast and I'm like confirmed one of the recipients of the hut that can move in and out, I turn to everyone and say, I'm gonna lose some rest tonight and go and see if I can scout out what the Yuan-Ti are up to around there.
I
You're kinda nodding,
wait.
like, may I
I cast
join you?
invisibility on
Oh.
Sky.
Nice. Oh, there we go. Quick on the...
He's
Got
still
a trigger
still,
there, friend.
He's still like Silver still said, "May I join you?"
Oh.
I have much dealing with them.
Alright.
Father son bonding time.
Okay, so you both leave. You're way more stealthy, but you're invisible.
Also, stealth. I mean, he's stealthy as balls, right? Like +9 or something.
+9, yeah.
Crazy. I'm +8.
So you're like kind of heading near
Junior.
He's like he's not really like
Oh,
following you
fuck's sake.
because like you're.
No, I follow him.
invisible. Oh, you follow him. He kind of like goes
Don't
up
let him
like
lead
this
the way.
cluster of builders here, and like kind of like climbs up the back of one of them to the roof. Being all like kind of cat in dark night. Hiding. Let me roll this stuff.
I look forward to you getting AoE'd when they attack your father.
Well, he rolls pretty bad. 15 is still okay.
So,
So
equally
what do you roll?
stealthy.
What do you roll? Exactly. Beautiful. Yeah. As you are both up there, you begin like kind of just like watching the area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the rest you are trying to go back to sleep. Like you haven't actually had combat anything, so it doesn't really kind of interrupting your long rest. You can just go back and just like be on watch.
Yay!
So you go back to watch.
I cuddle with Richard.
So as you guys are doing that, after maybe
Sorry.
see something.
We see something.
Yeah, after maybe 15 minutes, you see like basically it's kind of interesting because like either he's like just used to it more, or his eyes are slightly better in the dark because he's just older and more experienced, and because you have one eye, or there is still that case of like he does only have one working eye as well, and he does have that weird sort of like eye patch. But either way,
Right,
before you notice anything, after about 50 minutes, he points out, he kind of whispers, just in the air in general, like not facing away, because he's not exactly sure where you are. He's like, there's coming down the thoroughfare. And like, as you kind of like, he kind of gestures with one hand. And after, you know, like 20 seconds or something, they more come into your light.
If only a spyglass worked while you were invisible.
Exactly right. And, you know, worked more than 60 feet for the dark vision. And,
That's true.
and like,
But
down...
because it makes them look like they're 60 feet away, you know, it should increase dark vision. That's how I'd rule as a GM, definitely.
I can't argue with this.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, no, fair.
Yeah. As like coming down basically the sofa area, you see a group of like Yuan-Tai. Like it looks like in terms of figures, it's maybe like 6 of them.
Do any of them look more prominent than the others? Does they have like a cool hat on or something? Like he's the boy,
Cool hat on.
commander, you know, whatever, or something, you know, like
Commander-in-Chief.
who are the regular quest mobs and who's the named elite here in, like, you know, or are they all pretty similar?
So,
But, you know, there's a
okay,
beefy
one
boy,
of them, there's 2 that like kind of
Oh,
stand
right.
out.
Do you
I
have to
guess.
fucking roll for their fucking snakes
No,
for hands
I'm
or
not
whatever,
doing
don't you?
that.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
That was the most fun part of these creatures.
Snake
do that
arms.
if you like. We put these on the same sort of creatures. That you have
Oh,
there,
okay, fair.
but they're like so different kind of beast. You see that there's one. I'm not gonna give you the handout. It looks like this. That has a cool hat, and then you can decide for yourself.
Ooh,
which
a
one
cool
to have in
hat.
charge. Yeah, it does. And you said the cool hat.
Oh, it's got a cool hat.
So they have a cool hat. No, look, if you
Nightmare
click on
speaker.
yourself.
Like, do any of these have a cool hat? Oh my god, that's a cool hat.
And there's another one, which this one just looks kind of like. No way to say it apart from beefy. You know, the others like the others.
So the other thing I suggested.
No, there's is that I didn't even know.
Yeah, I said
You know,
one
it's
of
like
them.
this one. These things are all kind of like medium-sized creatures. This one is like it's a large boy.
The beefcake.
Yeah, and this one looks like that, and like pure like almost all snake.
Abomination.
Man, that's pretty hot.
And he's like and there's like you see those bits like he's like that. You kind of hear him whispering and like really quietly, like just barely even at your distance hearing him. It's like that's a so you untie abomination. This is no mere scouting party. They are a dangerous foe indeed.
I think we should follow them and see where they go. If we can track them to a base, we can bring the others there tomorrow and fight them on our terms.
He
At
nods.
a time of our choosing, at least.
He nods. It's like their base is, I believe, under the palace. But we can see if things are going anywhere. In particular,
Okay, what did I miss?
they're whispering.
They're whispering.
Oh, and there's like another 3 of just like the weird sort of ones, which you know are like the things you fought before.
Oh,
You know,
what
some
are
of
their
these.
configurations, Ian?
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
But yeah, we're going whatever their configurations are. Well, you figure that we are. Yeah, well, I want to follow them and see where they
Okay, so
are.
yeah, they kind of like they do kind of go inside the building that you were like using at the base, and you don't
okay.
see anything else. But as you kind of watch them
While
after,
they're in there, like,
Mhm.
because I'm like invisible and shit. I'm fucking stealthy as hell.
Yeah.
I wanna. I'll let my father know. I'll say I'll be back in a moment.
you
And
kinda
like
notice
I'll
there's,
like climb up the outside of the building and like up to the windows and like kind of try and track them and their progress through the building as best. Basically, if they sort of stop and have a conspicuous conversation at some point about our evil plans, you know, while they're inside, or like, you know, or they get to like the room where we were in and they're like, we thought they were here but they are not because that evil cat told us that they were going to be here, you know. Like I want to witness that.
Okay.
they
Yeah.
could-
So you're able to kind of like I'll just say we'll stealth again actually, but you're trying to get pretty close. So if you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
fucking god awful,
You know, I wouldn't want to roll god awful.
you would really hate that. Okay, that's not god awful.
15 is the stealth of the day.
It's not god awful. Yeah. So you're able to watch them through like a side window you find, and you see they kind of get to the base of the stairs that led up to your level, and there's still that body of you untied there that you didn't move, and they do kind of examine it, and they speak. They kind of pause for and speak, but what language did you speak?
Mm-mm.
Not. I mean,
not that.
they're not speaking common. So like, yeah. So it's kind of like a guttural language. But you're like you're pretty good with linguistics, right? Or like
yeah.
different cultures. So I'll let you roll to see if you can decide which, if you can decipher which language it is.
What would you like for that?
No, into linguistics. Is that not a skill? Crazy. What the fucking? Just do an in check. I don't know. But no, but you're good at language. You do with no I believe it would be
Perception?
games.
You gotta perceive it, you know. I honestly do think an argument can be made for perception.
I can get the argument, right? Yeah. Okay,
Or
yeah.
insight or
Well,
whatever.
Yeah, perception or insight, either one you can use, I'll say.
They're the same for me, so I just got perception. 14.
14. Okay, it's not that rare a language. You think this is possibly like either draconic or a variation on it? Like it seems like you've heard language similar to this, not exactly the same, but similar.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You've heard of Dragon Speak, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And then kind of
if I can listen to it for an hour, there is like a very weak argument to be made.
visibility might wear off for sure.
For adept linguists.
For at least one day. What do you mean an hour?
Well, a day.
How long that
If I can watch them for a day, I don't need to be stealthy.
So I don't think it's
I could-
technically humanoids.
But yeah, I know. There's a lot wrong.
There's
with
a lot
this.
wrong
Because
with
this
it.
is not the situation this was designed for. But
It's not. But yeah, you see them kind of like confer or whatever they're doing. Like it seems mainly like the two in charge ones like speaking to each other.
Yeah.
But after perhaps a minute, they kind of just turn away from the body. They don't even like care about moving it or anything, and they head out of the building. And after they kind of head out, if you kind of you're still watching, I imagine. When they're at kind of the mouth of the thing, you see the big boy kind of turn and say something to the three kind of normal looking ones you fought before, and they all kind of nod and then like kind of sneak off into the night in different directions. And one of them is kind of heading. For now, it's heading up to that thoroughfare. One's turning around, like kind of going up here, and the other one is like heading to the east.
So these are the two, the beefy and the cool hat have remained.
Have
And
remained.
the three
They're just
others have
they're kind
Okay.
of like going off to kind of like search or look around, but the other two are staying where they are for now.
Okay. I'll note that like after as soon as I've like sat there long enough to note which direction those actually I guess as soon as they leave or start making towards leaving the building, at that point I would go and like return to my father, and then like if they come out while I'm still making my way back, I'll stop and observe, and when I'm sure which direction those three have gone, then I'll go back up to my father and I'll join him and I'll say, okay, I'm back. I'm torn. On the one hand, I want to ambush one or two of those weaker ones that have slithered off on their own. It's a perfect opportunity to kill off some of the muscle, but I also don't want to lose track of those two because they're the real threat. What do you think we should do? I mean, there are two of us, but neither do I think that either of us should engage anything alone, just for the sake of safety.
I think that we should we need to make sure any of the scouts do not get too near where your friends have camped out. If they are not posing a threat in where they are searching, I believe we should not attack. It will just simply cause more harm for now, and taking out, I guess, any muscle would help, but it is not going to be a big dent in their forces. I'd rather, for now, keep your group hidden until they at least get some rest.
Maybe we should kill one in a different area then to divert their searchers away from us.
He kind of nods and you can see him kind of thinking over in his head, and he's like, I have, like I said, been both hunted and hunting these creatures for a long time now. I believe I could attract their attention well enough, and also I believe I am confident I could get out. You could go south, guard the entrance to your friend's rest site. Make sure if I am unable to divert all their attention, if one comes close, you can perhaps kill it if needed, or see if you can do anything else to get your friends out, while I try to distract the attention of the larger threat, as he kind of gestures to the two at the bottom.
I glance back over towards the Beefy and Cool Hat. What are they up to? Are they just hanging out?
Yeah, for now they're kind of they're still kind of used. You could you can't be you can see the mouth moving, you can't make out
but they're like
but they're still
standing
at the
around
entrance,
having a
just waiting
conversation.
to see. Yeah.
Okay. How far has you said one was One went this way.
Yeah, at this
one
point,
went
you know,
this
it's
way,
they've only.
one went-
I mean, you know, you're talking not like slowly.
Yeah,
so they're basically just, you know, at the top of the stairs now.
Okay, and so one's going up here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the one that went up these stairs,
It's
which way is it
facing
going?
with the south. Yeah.
Down here. Okay, so we're gonna need to turn
Looks
that
like
way.
It's making that bearing.
And this one gone up this way. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. I agree. I agree with my father. I say that sounds like a good plan. Try and be back before sunrise, I suppose. We don't like to hang around too much in the mornings.
Of course. I will. See you then. And like quite like, you know, almost like quick as a not a flash, but like a moonbeam.
Quick as
Kinda
a
like
Tabaxi using the Tabaxi movement.
exactly. He like kind of like runs to the end of the roof and kind of, you know, like, you know, without even like looking down, he knows like the roofs around this area, like, you know, around him so well, it kind of, you know, like it drops to the ground.
Hay bale down there.
Exactly, he
Assassin's
knows.
Creed
And then
dives
yeah,
into
you
it.
just kind of see him like disappear into the darkness when he
Okay.
gets like 60 feet away.
Cool.
He was like running to the east.
Yeah, so I kind of trail behind this guy quite a bit. I basically want to keep. I go and like catch up with them, but I want to keep like these guys, you know, in, you know, like I want to if I can see which direction they eventually end up going off into.
So which guys?
I will to the two beefcakes.
Okay,
the beefcake and Cool Hat hanging around. But like if they're still standing there when I'm losing track of the one I'm following to the south, I'll prioritize tracking him over keeping an eye on them. But like I kind of loiter around at the top because I'm invisible, right? So I like loiter around the top of these stairs a lot, you know, and even when they're like just barely out of dark vision range, I might like run back and forth a bit to like check if they're still moving.
Yeah, like after just like maybe like a minute, so while they're still walking, you know, they're you know, like this one kind of goes over here and like, you know, looks down a bit, but doesn't actually like, go into the area before heading further south. You hear basically like a cry from like over in this area.
Like a cat cry or a snake cry.
Like a snake cry.
Nice. That's the kind of cry I
And
was looking for.
it doesn't sound like a tabaxi to you. And the two here, like kind of share a glance, like quickly, like kind of like run off in that direction. And yeah, you know, they quickly like kind of get out of your sight if you don't follow them.
Yeah, no. I had a cheeky plan, but let's just not try anything that's going to get me killed. I'll just follow the one going south. Oh,
Oh.
is that my?
Walking to. Oh,
Okay.
come on here.
Okay,
It's
there we
like
go.
walking
Okay.
basically to the other
essentially,
stairs.
it's better.
And like when you follow it all that way, it kind of like starts walking down there. Do you just like continue following it?
Yes. I'll get a bit closer at this point. I want to be
Okay.
I'll be
And then
30 feet away from it.
Okay. Wolf stealth again? But no, you'd still be invisible. Yeah, you can still wolf stealth anyway. You know, just waiting for that one.
Waiting for that one.
I'll just make you wolf stealth every so often until you hit.
Like,
the
it's
nat one.
amazing. Given last session's when they haven't hit a nat one yet, but I'm sure it's coming any
now.
second now. Oh, no, look at
Crazy.
that.
So yeah, and like you see it, and it starts to like basically like poke its head into like the doorways of these buildings over here. You know that your building is this one.
Yeah.
And we're in a room if there's such a room.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically like starting to check out this combat.
Unless I think he's like, because we're like in a room and in a hut in a room, right? So like, in any situation, initial thing he's gonna see is like he's gonna like look into a room and see the sort of dome hut, right? There's not like he's not gonna like stumble across someone. So it's like it's really easy for me to figure out when he's about to walk in on someone. I guess, or like discover us, I guess. So like I would not engage him until like the very last second.
Yeah.
Like he's about to go around the corner and spot that
You
hut.
keep following invisible, you know. At some point, you're
Yeah.
like really close to finding him, right? Because you know, if he's still going through corridors and stuff, you have to be like pretty fucking close. So you know, parts are only like 15 feet, and eventually, like he comes to this building and he's starting to like look around. So like, based on what you're doing, you're thinking like a minute or so, he'll probably come across the room.
Okay. I wait until like it's literally.
Do I hear anything when he's like searching the rooms and stuff?
He will be stealth, but you're right. I should roll stealth for him as well.
Yep.
You also can
Or
roll
perception?
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so like about the same time when you see Sonic get really close, you think you hear like kind of like footsteps in the building, Richard, but like you're not sure who they belong to. Like if they could be like Sky or what's her name returning, or or something else.
But it's a snake. Wait, hang on. How it moves?
This is the one with a human body and snake head. I checked.
Okay, fair.
Okay. I would get close to Xeno and Alcheminos, and I would like focus my attention on the sound.
Okay. Yeah, so you're like kind of focused, but before like you can really detect it any further, it's coming to the door, Chris. So what do you do anything?
Yeah, I prepare an action to shoot it at the moment of realization, at the moment it like sees the hut and is like, they're here, like,
and you're getting the Eldritch Blast for the exact same time.
Yeah.
So basically, like, it turns a corner, like it walks a bit further, and like standing in the entrance, looks in, sees it, its hand starts to go to its belt for the sword, and then you
Attack action.
it's like it's peppered by bullets. 15 hits. We don't need a map. I'll just use the average HP.
Oh, that looks like a crit.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh, that is a
right there.
crit.
So you
Oh,
do 10
baby.
Kaboom,
plus
kaboom.
19, 29 damage. Okay,
And then...
Plus the roll
that included the.
if I take an eye.
Wait, no, hang on. He doesn't know I'm here, so... Wait, okay, probably both of our rolls should be with advantage here is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Richard, that would actually be the first attack with advantage, alright? So you do the second attack now.
My attacks will be normal.
Okay, fine.
Nice.
Okay.
Or roll once with advantage.
But then I should have 11 and 10. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
And...
So you do less damage for what Chris says. Yes, it's excellent. So you do 90.
But it should be an 8 and a 7, and then another 8.
7.
Because 10 and 8 was my first
So
down.
count with 10 and then.
Well,
Count
10,
8.
10,
Yeah, right. So
8, and
18, 23.
Yep, 20.
No. Yeah. Those are the first two damage rolls, and now the second damage roll.
Makes
So it's
sense
the exact
to me.
same. What the fuck? My brain will really freaking out.
Makes sense to me.
Is that the same?
Everything about this-
Oh yeah. So
and then-
29 from him, and then.
And then shoot. For 13, and I don't know if they take poison damage, but I'm going to use
They
an
don't.
arcane shot to 2d6 poison
Oh,
damage him.
damn, I should've said
Oh, look at that
Oh,
poison
some
damage.
music.
Machine, you should roll again to see if you crit.
Yeah, you should. You have advantage. Oh no, he
No,
believes
I don't. This is my.
One
this
eye,
is-
boys.
Yeah, this is like a
Right.
normal shot.
So second attack though.
Second attack.
Hits, yeah. Man, it's so good when you don't have disadvantage. Alright, damn, well, that's a fucked now. I think they started 10 HP, but fuck that, because it's not so fun narratively. So like it basically like steps into the room and like all these like kind of blasts and arrows just hit from the back, and before it like even lets out a cry, the boy just kind of like slumps to the ground, like covered in like blood leaking out of it. You didn't even wake up Zeno and Alcheminos were still sleeping soundly. Yeah, it's dead.
Now that it's dead, can we get it in? So I come round the corner. Hey, Richard.
You are now visible again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We tracked a large group of them as they moved around where we were previously camped. They did search the entire building. There was a couple of them. We called them Beefcake and Cool Hat because one of them was a beefcake and one of them had a cool hat. They looked like they were in charge. They sent their 3 minions off to search different parts of the city. Dad killed one of them somewhere northeast of here. This one I would have let go if it hadn't been literally about to sound the alarm. We should do something to hide the body. I sort of think to myself and say, the river's really not that far from here. Between the two of us, we could drag it. I mean, it's not like a large creature or anything, right? Ian?
No, this one is.
Yeah. Yeah, so between the two of us, we could drag it there pretty easily and dump it in. Efficient disposal. The last thing we want is them finding it. They found the one of the last body that Father killed. Father?
Okay.
Dad? I don't know what I call them. I guess Dad.
I mean,
I think
you're
Dad.
unsure. You're unsure.
I would. I guess I would. Because I would need to wake someone up in terms of watch over
Oh,
What
you
would
don't
we do?
really. They're inside a tiny hut, right? Like,
The tiny hut disappears if I leave.
it disappears if you leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait,
I'll-
can you shoot? Are you still inside it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can shoot out. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wait
I'm
a
pretty sure.
second.
Yeah.
Wait, can I?
Yeah, usually can actually.
Let's see.
There's no
That
way you
would
can
be
shoot
broken.
out. That's
That'd
so
be broken.
OP.
Fuck yeah.
You just set that shit down in combat like I am an impenetrable bunker of destiny.
Through the
Yeah.
dome. No, I can't. I would have to.
All other creatures not
remove-
get
yeah.
spells and mechanics sent through the dome will be cast.
Yeah,
first,
I would have
so
to
I'm assuming-
dispel it
No,
when I used Elder's Blast. I had to dispel it
Yeah,
as
okay.
I did it. So
Wait, where does it say it ends if you? Oh yeah, if you leave a set.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
You can easily
I-
cast it as a ritual.
Couldn't he?
Yeah.
What if he just puts his hand out?
I refuse.
through
Yeah, just like
I'm
sticks
not
his
letting
hand.
that happen. That seems broken.
I just use what is it called?
Because you
No,
can
the
summon a
sacred
familiar and just have the familiar outside to cast all the spells. While
Yeah,
you sit
exactly.
inside.
The
Okay.
magical force can't go through.
Yeah,
Your
okay,
body.
fair.
Okay, yeah, I would wake. I guess I would wake Xeno. Yeah, I would wake Xeno.
Yeah, Alchemy don't need to be beautifully. Let's not.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. If you're waking Xeno, then Xeno can just fucking take the body.
Yeah.
Zeno, we got a job for you.
You'll-
Yeah, Zeno, you're.
No,
working
I
for
will
your next one,
absolutely go with Xeno. I don't want Xeno to like be wandering around alone, dragging a body completely exposed.
This was hilarious. Please
So
do
okay, I fill Xeno in again. We went scouting, encountered a large party of them, Beefcake and Cool Hat. 3 scouts were sent out. We ambushed one of them as a distraction in a distant part of the city, quite publicly. This one was about to discover the party, so we took it down quietly, and now we need to dispose of the body before they find it and discern anything about our location.
It is a very scary monster.
You're not awake, Alamianos.
Yeah, I've got
how
it.
do you want to dispose of it?
Actually, now I think it through. Maybe this isn't the best idea. It's a form of like assumed survivorship bias, right? Like what they will actually think if, from their perspective, with the information they have, if one scout is completely unmolested, one scout is killed very publicly, and one scout just disappears, that says something about the location of the people you're searching for, right? They might infer from that where we are. I think
Hide
maybe
it in a
we
different
should
house.
leave the. Well, no, I think we should just put the body somewhere where it's going to be found.
Yeah,
Just like out
On
on
the
the
bridge.
path or something. Yeah.
probably smarter. So,
I don't want to infer our location.
where are we right now, by the way?
We're in
here.
this building here. Do you see that?
No. I
Yeah,
guess...
I'll ping it. Yeah. It's on the left side,
Ah, okay.
about halfway up.
Okay.
So
Okay,
just take it out over here. I would say just leave it.
Okay.
Like in a way, the way the obviousness of it disguises our presence. That's 200 IQ right there.
So, it was shot by arrows, right? It has like arrows sticking out of it.
Not
Did you
anymore.
take your arrows?
I take my arrows back. Actually, never subtracted them off my character sheet. I forgot to, but I took them back.
So, suggestion: we could put it at the base of the pathway, making it seem like it was attacked from the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Throw it down the
it fell
steps.
down onto our side as if it was attacked on the other side.
Makes sense. You go position it, and I'll stand on the roof and watch over you.
Okay, I do that again. I position it in a way so it looks like it fell down after being attacked from east side of the.
Just give it a smack.
Please sigh, motherfucker.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
Good.
Couldn't you just position it and then smack with your weapon, and then it would look like it was?
Yeah, it might make the weapon a bit dirty.
I mean, it's obviously
Spiritual
dead.
weapon.
It's obviously dead. Why was it?
No, I mean just make it.
Beating a body with a spiritual weapon. That's not very clericy, I'm just gonna say.
That's
Depends
on what type of cleric you are.
It's true. It's true. It does depend on what type.
But I'm not that type of cleric though. So.
Okay. Yeah. So that's our subterfuge, Ian.
Yes.
Okay.
Very sneaky.
And then you
Finish the fucking rest.
try to finish the rest.
Fucking rest.
Yeah, I'm
succeed.
content that I'm not getting a long rest night, but I try and get as rested as I can with consecutive short rests.
Yeah. You can do that as much.
Consecutive normal rests.
I wouldn't want to do this multiple nights in a row, but I hope
Definitely not. But you'll survive for now. Yeah, and the rest of the night passes scarily but uneventfully. And yeah.
Scarily.
So only Alchemedus and Zeno gets full rest, or do I also? Or...
You attacked. But
Yeah, I did attack,
heavy in
so
attack. You don't even need a long rest. You get everything back on a short rest. You're a warlock.
No, I want my wings back, man, and my heels.
Alright, fine. You can have a long rest.
Nice.
I'll be nice. Attack
cast
once.
a couple of cantrips, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's
couple
fine.
of cantrips.
There's some rituals.
He wasn't. He didn't get hurt or anything. It's fine.
And invisibility, you know.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
Don't argue against stuff.
It's fine.
Alright, yeah. So you manage to get a rest of some kind in the morning when the sun is. But wait, who's on watch? We should roll perception.
You get ambushed by the dad.
Maybe. I want to see if he knows.
Advantage, obviously. 8.
No, areas +9.
Ian, is my
Yeah.
luck point a long rest reset or an at dawn reset?
Whatever normal luck is.
Fair.
So I think a long rest. You can double
Yeah,
check.
the Cave of the Mountebank is at dawn, though.
Yeah.
So.
You can check maybe. No, you don't hear him coming, but in the morning when the sun is just started to rise, so maybe half an hour before people would normally wake up.
Finish
You
long rest.
see, what's the way? Yeah.
Lucky.
You don't hear, but
Yeah,
you
no.
kind of turn around at some point, as a voice is like, "Oh, I'm back," and you turn around and you see this guy's dad entering the room from a window though. You got entry windows, it's more fun. And he's like, "Was there any more trouble in the night? I did my best to lead them away."
One of the scouts made its way here. We dealt with it and moved the body in a way that we hoped they that we misinformed them of where we spent the night.
Where he kind of where did you put it?
You'll have to ask Sky and Zeno.
I see. Either way, we should, as soon as the others are awake, you should move out.
Yep.
Okay.
Wake the others.
Yeah, Camille's like, what a wonderful night sleep. Little interruption. Yeah, but eventually, you all awake. And yes, Silver is there. You're all there.
Okay. First thing in the morning I would do, while everyone's other classes have rituals and shit. not fighters though.
Not barbarian.
not. I would go and check where we left the body, see if it's been found, if it's been moved.
It is where you left it.
Okay.
Fuck you. I guess.
Right. Well, gathering everyone around in spite of that excitement in the night, we do need to have some sort of exploration strategy for today. I think, just based on our positions and also what we know about it, our first stop should definitely be Kubazan's shrine, to see what's happened there. And then after that, we can move east again, back to where you shot at us, Dad, and check out those shrines over there.
Then not. Very well.
Do you know the location of all the shrines, Silver?
He kind of shakes his head. He's like, not all of them. I believe there is one to the east of the palace, which I dare not go to. It's too many Yuan-Tai in the nearby area. The rest, I believe so. However, most of them I have been
One's in the palace, you say?
No,
East
East
of
of the
the
palace. The
not
snake.
in the palace, just
East of the
just
palace.
a bit east.
I mean, I get my map out and say, this one here.
My guess is this one.
Yeah, he nods. It's like that would be it. Yes.
And do you know which temple is which
I think so.
in relation to the legend?
Let me check. He's like, well, I am almost sure it is a temple. I have never been to kind of points the map this one to check the animal.
It's Moa. We espied, I saw on the spyglass, we espied the guardians of the temple, camouflaged but visible outside from across the lava.
He's like, I see. Oh, he's like, says, yeah, in which case, like, there is also the other two, which I believe, and he kind of points so he's like, kind of, sorry, I misspoke. There's also one here, which, while not looking at it, I managed to get close to the entrance to, but I didn't dare to spend long investigating it for fear of making too much noise.
Interesting. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've already ticked 3.
You kind of like you have these circles on your map, right?
Yeah, I say which one of these is not a temple? The one to the south.
He's like,
where we met you. Okay.
He's like, he nods. He's like, indeed, I believe that once a church to a natural god.
Okay. I erase that. That's why I do it in pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Still worth a visit.
Definitely on the way to Moa's temple, but okay. Now I kind of re-study the plans. I say, okay, I think it still makes the most sense to move on Kuba's End first. From there, talk me again, Richard, through how we would get people to Moa's Island if we were to go there.
I could quite easily. It's only. It didn't seem to be that far between the island and the cliff. I might be able to fly most of us over. Other than Zeno, we would have to teleport him.
That doesn't sound too terrible. But how do we ensure we don't get stuck there? Will you be able to fly everyone back?
We would need to spend a day there if we decide to.
So unless we are victorious, it is a one-way ticket.
It's a one-way ticket, yes.
Those snakes look dangerous to me.
We could always attack them from the other side. As I said, it doesn't look to be that far. And our range is long.
Maybe. They were around the visible side of the temple when we were opposite that, though, so we probably wouldn't be able to see them.
And we could go inside if they choose.
I think we can take the risk, but we need to weigh it up against the other risks. And I point to the other three temples, and I say all of these are much more accessible, but relatively near to the palace. Yes. Additionally,
And let us not forget about the giant bird that preys on the innocent.
He kind of fires. He's like a giant bird.
Something feathered
To the
anyway,
northwest by
around
the
the
arena.
amphitheater.
He kind of like there's almost like a slight smile, and he's like, the creature that lives at the amphitheater is no giant bird. It's, well, I've heard it called the King of Feathers. It's a
It's pretty bird-like to me.
he kind of it's a some strange
What is it then?
mutation or variant of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
This is an actual Tyrannosaurus.
Sounds like a bird to me.
I think it's like
Closely related to the chicken, you know, Father.
I wasn't aware, son, but it's well, he kind of thinks it's like I could have mentioned this, right? But there's a couple of other Tabaxi who actually live in this city. I've spent some time with them over the years, but
They hide well.
when the he kind of turns away from Silver to look, Sky to look at the other. Sometimes when Tabaxi grow old, we search for a hunter's death. I saw myself not too far from that point myself, but
So these are
often
not
we
your
go-
sons.
No, these are simply other warriors who came to Sand either as adventurers or simply explorers and found himself in some way stuck here. There is one of them who I believe wishes soon to challenge King of Feathers. He's always telling me of his plan to fight a glorious battle against a creature, but I'm not sure. He is quite mad.
Where would we find these people if we wanted to speak with them? The more allies we can make in Omu, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
I think,
A warrior looking for a glorious death is a good companion to have.
I'm just imagining. What's the moment in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood when Armstrong meets like Teacher's husband and they have like the
bro man.
the bro, the musty handshake.
Nice. I don't know if any of them have a permanent base. If they do, I haven't been there myself. I just know that, well, they're called Hooded Lantern and Copper Bell. They normally, well, after a first introduction, we normally keep to ourselves. Hooded Lantern is the one who, well, he's preparing himself for the fight, I believe, but he's been doing that for as long as I've been here.
Look, I must admit, hearing this, it has risen an import for me. Slaying the king of the jungle is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
You want to kill the giant chicken?
The king of the feathers. The king
And
of the Tyrannus of the
King
Threats.
chicken.
is there anything of value
King
for
fried
us to
chicken.
kill this creature?
Imagine the
Does
taste, Sky.
The king fried chicken. Oh my god. No, seriously. Okay, right now, everyone, right this fucking second.
T-Rex meat was pretty delicious. So what about a mutant?
Yeah.
T-Rex?
Oh my god, this is so good. Okay. No, it's on the. It's definitely on the to-do list now.
So what did you ask, Richard?
Do we have anything to gain from killing this King of Feathers?
Yes, it'll be delicious.
He's like, I heard-
Besides,
I believe he's asking for a powerful artifact akin to the staff he's wielding.
Like, oh, that is a stuff unlike any I've seen before. I do not know about
That
that.
would
I've
be very
heard that
creepy.
underneath the amphitheater there are rooms that hold treasures, but I think, not sure if they're the kind you were looking for or simply
Forget about
monetary value.
treasure. Forget about treasure. Don't care anything about that.
Hey, you just asked if there was any.
well,
Yeah. No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that to Richard. I'm saying that.
Okay, yeah.
does he live under the amphitheater? Like, is there any reason why we need to kill him to be able to gain access?
He kind of shakes that. I don't believe so. The creature is too big to fit underneath the.
Yeah, I had a bit of a poke around
No, you're-
down there a little bit. I stuck my head in the door while I was down there. That kind of stuff. It's like, I mean, we could.
I see no reason why we couldn't simply go in there when he's not around, and at the same time, I feel like
Because
someone
this
else would have
fucking
done that.
Going in there isn't what we want to do. We don't care about what's in there. We want to kill him and eat him.
If there's gonna be a magical trident somewhere, it's gonna be there.
in the amphitheater treasure room.
Guarded by giant chicken.
So, like,
Okay. Hang on.
It's a classic arena.
And I did read this right in like some stuff about like Tabaxi, that like specifically for this, and I'm reading it, and I'm gonna link to you.
Oh,
I'm curious if this is something like all Tabaxi should know, because it's fucking ridiculous sounding. Like I don't care about you like metagame or
Hang
something.
on,
It just
let
sounds
me-
fucking
What is
hilariously stupid.
Let me do it on my phone so it's not
I mean,
on
like-
stream.
They
Yeah,
hate
definitely.
chicken and really want to kill all chicken.
I don't know if this is specific. It's really like the
Yeah,
thing
all
where
birds.
the sentence beginning a divine. It's like
I think
are you fucking
it's
kidding me?
because
Like,
Yeah,
I've heard this thing about like
I think
wanting to
it's
fight.
because it's because Tabaxi were developed as a race, like pretty much not necessarily in conjunction with the release of Tomb of Annihilation, but about the same
Really?
time.
Okay.
And like at the lore they were writing, like they were like, oh well, we could just we can just tie this in together nicely. I think it's like not coincidental. I think it's just
Okay.
a sign.
Okay, it's like actual meta. Oh,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
actual,
yeah.
it's actual canon. Crazy.
Actually,
Okay.
So
But
when
would
is
it be
huh?
something
When is
Tabaxi
it
would know?
Yeah, something Tabaxi with it. I guess
When is
like I've heard stories about. Maybe not exactly. No.
Okay.
I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, yeah.
yeah, I'm
speaking
just
of-
gonna ignore that. That's not obviously an easy way to roleplay around having known that.
I
whole
know,
content.
I know. It's just random. It's
So
just
I'm
like
just
I
gonna
was like,
ignore
that's
that.
fucking weird. Like you heard that, or something like that. Anyway, yeah.
Guess we would have to talk to Copper Bell or whatever it's called for that. Anyway,
Let us not forget, as much as I would like our most experienced enemy to be snakes, it is definitely poultry. So we have experience.
Okay. Yeah. That is true.
It's gone.
That's-
I consider, and that is in fact true. This-
King fight. Nice.
Okay, why don't we just go and attempt, or I guess investigate Kubazan's shrine and see if we can do the old bait and switch on him. And then from there, based on how well that goes and how many resources we expend, decide where to go next.
Sounds like a plan to me.
It would be impressive if the frog was already there. It would have a huge stockpile or resurrection magic.
I guess I shrug and say, I mean,
it might be, if it's still alive there, if it's back alive, it might be a soulless creature bound to that place.
Like an undead frog with tentacles.
Something between undead and alive, I would guess.
Something worth slaying. Let's go.
Okay, so you make your way back?
mm-hmm.
Sure.
Make
You
your way
pick up. It's a little bit of walk, but yeah, you head the way there. When you kind of walk around the corner, you see a scene very, very similar to one you saw yesterday. Although at this point, there is like several sort of like animals kind of like picking at the body, basically. Like kind of like some weird, like kind of like, you know, wild cats kind of like, you know, eating basically the huge frog.
And birds and stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. Like picking at it, vultures and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we would check
Check
the
the mouth of the statue, yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of go for, do you like try to like scare them off or like.
Nah.
No, I think so. Unless they...
They kind of just like look up and like hiss, but then like go back to eating, you know? Like they're not like
Does it look
fucking
tasty?
lions or some shit.
I flip them off.
Frog legs, pretty good.
Yeah, but that's French.
Yeah, but we
We're not
can't
French.
eat it if we didn't kill it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We need to
if-
save space for the.
When you go and look back, you see that the key is still missing.
Okay. Yes, I like report as much to the party, I say. Yes, there's nothing we can do yet here. Moa, then?
Is silver with us? Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, everyone,
Yeah.
that's right. How many people could you ferry across, Richard? Is it limited by time or by the size?
It's
of the
limited by time. I can move in the sky about as fast as I can on land, and I can carry one person at a time.
boat? And how long can you fly
A
for?
minute.
Minutes. So best case scenario, in a minute, realistically moving like difficult terrain because you're carrying someone. How far is it across? It's about 90 feet, right? Moving 30 around, it's like 3 there and back. In a minute, you only get 10 rounds. You'd hardly get anyone over. You get there and back.
No, but like if it's 90 feet, it takes me 2 turns to get there, and back 4. So 1, 2 people.
While carrying someone, you can't go full speed, right? That's
Yeah, you definitely
Oh,
be
okay.
like half speed. I think I mean generous letting you do it too. Kind of makes ability so much stronger. But yeah.
But if it's already half speed from carrying someone, it shouldn't be difficult terrain for carrying.
So why are we saying it's 90 feet?
No,
It's
I
like
mean, it's
500 feet, right?
Yeah, but the difficult terrain is half speed.
If you go from the other side,
Fucking
definitely.
heat.
Ah, okay. Alright, sure. I could swim through the lava and climb up.
But
I
at the same
ignore that and turn to
time,
my father and say, do you
Yeah,
know
we-
of any other way of getting? I mean, it looks like you could possibly climb down and then up, but is that a doable climb? How difficult is that?
Kind of things like, for us, I do not believe it would be difficult. For
For
the
the
others, I'm
dogs.
sure it would be. Like if you have rope and what's the thing you knock into like the thing? I don't know.
Pythons.
Yeah, if you have pythons or climbing gear, I'm sure it'd be doable. But
Does
kind of looks at the others like.
anybody
I take out some python. I have
Oh my
pythons.
fucking god.
I have
really?
hammers and pythons.
Like I've bought these
I forgot.
bought all these from home.
Nice. Why do you think I came all this way? That's okay. Well, shit.
If you have those, it would possibly be. Yeah, I believe it'd be possible.
With lengths of rope to tabaxi guiding, I think everyone can make it.
It wouldn't be a speedy getaway if necessary, but I'm sure we could do it.
Yeah, but the point is that we're not trapped on the island overnight. If we use all our teleports and so on to get there.
That is true.
Okay, I like it. Let's move towards there then. We'll cross at the same place where you ambushed us and make our way along the river to the cliff edge.
Yeah,
We'll pass by the church that you wanted to visit, Archimenos.
Bring me to the church, man.
That's not the same.
So that's the
Bring me to
plan,
the
Ian.
church, man. Okay.
Shabam, 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 shabam.
I would offhandedly ask Silver if he knew of a place I could get incense in this,
I mean, there's people, right? There's some kind of population. Oh, I also want to ask him about Arthur, Simba, and Dragonbait. If he knows, if he's come across them, because we thought they would have got here some days before us. I swear to God, Dad, if you shot them and they fell in the river.
He kind of
She's a rotted corpse.
He kind of looks, he has like a slightly worried expression on his face when you mention them, and he's like, when do you believe that would have been? A few days before you?
Yeah, we estimate by the travel distances and times. I mean, we did get on a ship, so I kind of like just shrug.
It's like he kind of thinks, I believe that day I heard some sounds of fighting from nearby. Like most of my nights, I spent it following one of the patrols to see if they were getting close to me, but I believe I saw them take somebody captured. I'm not sure whether or not it is your friend. I wasn't able to see a face, but it's not a rare occurrence, I'm afraid. Not many weeks go by without some explorers thinking they can be the one to enter Omu.
Artus was pretty tough. Like he could handle it.
I can't guarantee it is your friend.
Alright, well, I'll have to look into seeing what we can do about that. Anyway, look at this nice church. Isn't it beautiful, Archimenos?
Kind of think, what was the temple called again where we got the blessing?
The blessing?
Rich blessing. We got a few blessings.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, like the hard one with the 3 tests where you have to climb up.
The wise guardian of
Orlunga.
Orlunga.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry, Orlunga,
that's right.
yeah. No, the other one with difficulty climbing up. He had to make 3 checks.
Yeah. He has the blessing of Orlunga. I'm sure he'll be fine. Anyway, this church.
Anyway, this
I'm sure there's incense in here.
beautiful.
You know, goddamn incense.
Imagine if you just open the doors and like in all the
Does he know of anyone who might have incense though?
He kind of like says, I'm afraid you and Ty, I imagine, do for many of their rituals, but apart from them,
How do you make incense? What even is incense?
He doesn't know. I don't know.
I asked the group in general. I've always wondered what even is
It's
incense.
like, Daddy, how is incense made? Son, enough of your fucking questions.
Whack.
I do not believe we have incense where I am.
That makes sense.
Crazy.
It's herbs and oil that blended together.
I don't know.
Hey, we're in a jungle. It's got to be herbs.
And I have an oily cheeks.
Bibbidi babbidi, make your own incense. I don't know.
Plant oil.
It's possible. I shrug. Does anyone actually want to look in this church, or are we going to go figure out if we can climb over to Moa's platform?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
It's actually a shrine. He just wasn't aware. Oh, no, it's not. You go inside the church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stand in the doorway and watch him.
It appears probably to the god.
Pee on the altar.
God Oteo. If you remember, you've seen like various sculptures of him before. You see like a statue, like at the head of the church of him. But it's crying. No, it's not.
I just do a little, I'll stand in front of it, do like a little, like, I am sorry what your people did to you. We will make this right, and then I will leave.
I like it. Cool. Okay, yeah. So you leave the church, and then you head over towards this area.
Yeah, to like here and begin plotting out the best way down and up. And extensively as well. We'll like really take our time about it. Like we'll like climb down ahead and like plot out the best route and like hammer in the pythons and make the whole thing. Like,
Yeah. So this will take quite a while, but yeah, you're able to.
It probably like hour. I'd say at
Yeah,
least probably.
I would say.
So Richard is just pointing out where to put it, and like me and Zeno are just smashing it in or something.
We use hammer. Yeah. Okay.
Working as a team.
Teamwork, baby.
And yeah, also before like everybody was, basically as everyone's sort of getting near the top on the way back up, assuming make it that far, I want to like go and stealthily check out the temple. And by temple, I mean shrine.
You just always want to be put on the shrine map before everyone else.
Well, I want to go check it out, make sure it's safe for everyone else to be put on after what happened at the fucking Kamadan the first time we went there. You just put us on and then you're like, and surprise, 10 feet away, there's these cat monsters.
Who all AoE both
do it
twice.
as the rule is done.
Exactly, and that's why I'm checking this shit out. I'm taking one for the team.
Right, so you're going to get attacked by 5 of these creatures, I understand.
Okay, I'll just bait them into the lava.
Where are you on this map?
Yeah, we are gonna use Zeno to knock them out of the Zeno's shot like lightning and
Yeah, I'm just
Menace.
gonna knock everything
Gust of
off.
wind.
Did that could seriously work? Like, if we actually kite them to the edge of the
Just throw
pillar,
them.
and like Zeno just runs out and goes boom.
There you are.
Ooh, let me just find myself. Aha. Okay.
If only I had my
but I
legs
wouldn't-
on.
You
okay.
see these things
I'd come up like round the back. Hang on.
Hey, wait, you might be attacked already. Wait.
Well, like,
Oh,
but I
you
wouldn't.
come up
I'd
the
never
back.
be there because that's the direction we're climbing
Yeah,
up.
but you were there on the map, Chris, so I guess you went there.
I don't know if that's how it works. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
But I mean, like the front is where I've seen shit, right? So I guess I would circle around to the front, but I'd do it at like the edge of the,
The courtyard.
and like where I'd initially come up would be back here. And I remember like they were like wrapped around pillars or something when I last saw them. So
like trees that look to pit bound at the bound.
okay, yeah, okay. I can vaguely recall where I saw them. So I guess as I like passed this gap, does one come into view?
Roll perception to see if
Nice.
you see it.
Okay. Perception disadvantage. Let's go. Nice. There it is, Ian.
Yeah, let's see if you see him.
This seems unlikely.
Hey, technically possible.
But he knows where they were before.
Hey,
They're
you
still
know
there.
before. They're useful. He's looking intently at that spot. I got. All right, 1 second. You got what I would want to.
Double crit or something?
Yeah. No, I just you gotta link those. They didn't happen that often. I know, Chris. you don't see any snakes.
There are no snakes.
You see that like around like these kind of like obelisks. There's like kind of like reliefs of coiled serpents, like in there. Oh wait, sorry, one more. These. Yeah, there's kind of like reliefs of them and like kind of like carved into it, but you don't see any actual ones.
Yeah, but like I remember, they were pretty campy.
They were around there, and they were pretty. They were like kind of easy. They were well camouflaged before you just saw them really well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see. Once I've seen where I think they are and not spotted them, that's like spooked me up enough that I'll go back and like help the others with their climbing.
Wait, that's it, not the 220s?
But they're gonna all play badly now. Alright, so you go get the others?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I mean, I think
you go
like,
away,
most of the way up this
Yeah, I'm gonna move you
side. So
Zaka, did you get a long rest? You did, right?
yeah.
That's full HP in this session.
How's Orvex handling all this?
He's looking a bit perturbed and mutters to himself occasionally, but he's like, I'm safe with you guys, I'm about you guys. So he's
Yeah, it's
sticking
like
with you.
it's like the party's growing. It's pretty, like
There's a lot of you now.
it's like what he's like. There's like 7 of us or something.
With 3 NPCs?
Yeah,
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7.
7 of us. Like you'd feel pretty safe as one of 7, right? I feel in this situation,
Well, that's
especially
with
when
the red wizard sword.
everyone around you is like.
If we
it's
get
so
much
tough.
bigger, it's gonna be hard to walk around.
So I'll just stop playing the other.
We'll like swap out companions,
Exactly.
like a fucking JRPG where like
Why are we on the edge of the map, by the way?
Because you okay when
good as the side we come up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll say, there's a pair of large trees around the front, which is where I saw them coiled up before. I couldn't spot them just now, but my eyesight isn't what it used to be. I say, winking,
yeah.
blinking, because you can't even tell.
You kind of, yeah. As you say that, I know it's a bit like he's your silver edge price was like, how long have you read in the journals? You've only been a week without your eye, or something in that. Oh, couple weeks by now.
Something in that neighborhood. I don't know. Some of those weeks flew past. Some of the days dragged
less
on.
than a week, right? In the dragon.
Yeah, but when we attacked, like the day before.
But
we
like
killed
at the
the dragon.
time we spent traveling from there to here, it was like 5 minutes of discussion by comparison to like multiple sessions per day since then. But yeah,
and
it's like I say yeah.
He's like, I remember it took me months to adapt. He kind of like sinks for a second. He's like, wait a moment. And then he kind of like he unstraps the thing, like this weird sort of eye patch, and then he like kind of like hands over to you. He's like, give this a shot. He kind of like blinks like hard for a second. Then you see like
that's gross. I wipe it on him.
It's not. It's weird. It's not actually like it's like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Like it's not like documentation, but he's lost his eye like years and years and years ago. But sure, if you think it's gross.
I mean, if it's not actually gross, but I still kind of gross. I wipe it a little bit on him.
Yeah, I mean, we will go soft your eye, but your eye.
I buff it off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. I stick the pointy end in.
It's not really pointy, but okay.
Is it? I don't know. I'm imagining it's like this sort of shape.
Oh, I have a picture. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But it has information on it as well. Wait, I'll do copy image for now.
Copy image. Okay. Oh hey, but the backside's real pointy, right?
It's like rounded. It's not like
it's where it's got an implant in your face,
It's like a bow.
Okay, fine. Okay, I mean,
you put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share this with you.
Okay.
Like it requires. I'm gonna say the first line works, and the rest requires achievement, Chris.
Okay.
Good, so you know about that. In some place, journal. Sky, there you go. So the first line, it just like works. Like it takes you a minute to get used to it.
Fucking hang on, I gotta look at it on Roll20. Wait, where am I looking? There's a lot of stuff.
In your journal, near the top, it should be right at the top.
Near the top. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. I see. Okay.
So the first line will like still it's just the best.
Okay.
And like as you're kind of wearing and you're kind of getting used to it, like he kind of like blinks and then like almost like kind of like puts one eye in front of the other. It's like it's hard, but you can.
So I put it on. I'm like, I put it and I'm like, wow, that's weird. It's funny how it doesn't blink. I'm like you like see me doing this weird thing where I'm like staring kind of into space, like repeatedly winking with like my one good eye, and like obviously I'm like still able to see out of that. Otherwise,
really
I'm
weird,
like that's that weird feeling.
It's like indeed, when you sleep, it takes some getting used to. I used to take it off at the beginning.
I'm like still just
wink.
Like playing contacts for the first time.
Well, so weird. But yeah, it's like it is possible to get used to even shooting with one eye, but it required a lot of practice.
I like tap it like in my face. Like I assume it's not like poking myself in the eye, right? I don't feel anything through it.
Doesn't hurt or anything.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, I like doing that. It's like tapping on glasses. Kind of weird.
Yeah, like glasses,
I asked him, Sky lost his eye fighting the minions of a dragon. How did you lose yours?
Minions of a dragon, nothing so grandiose, I'm afraid. Mine was, well, I guess you say I got too cocky. When I was in my youth, I faced most foes without caution in my mind. It was simply a goblin raid, a large one at that, led by a king, but again, just a lucky arrow hit me the wrong way. Nothing so extraordinary as a dragon, I'm afraid.
Goblin king. I've lived with goblins. Every other goblin and his brother calls himself the king of this tribe or that tribe. It's not quite so lofty a title amongst their people as it is amongst the more civilized races, but it does still have an interesting history. But I sense that no one wants me to actually go into that right now. So why don't we fight the snake monsters?
Yeah.
By the way, I really see nothing. By the way.
You see nothing?
Yeah, I see
They
only
might-
like the literal edge of the map, like the
You
compass.
might have to move him down a little bit. Yeah, I think they might be like technically north of this.
Yeah,
lightning barrier.
I'm north of this. That's why I mean
Oh.
like the edge of the map.
I see
Oh,
my
Over
toes.
there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hey, guys.
Should have said.
Yeah, I said it, but I think
Nah,
we misunderstood
never.
each other.
Chris said
like
it's a
you
put you at
ne-
the back.
just like you never told Jacko his mic was the wrong mic.
Exactly. Right,
Haha.
yeah, you guys.
Okay, let's go, boys and girls.
You know, I'm getting kind of tired of charging in without rage on and then getting half my health like knocked off.
You're gonna just rage in Leroy.
Well, I just let Zeno go first and then I'll charge.
Yes, I like
see.
it. Okay.
But I mean, I'll be in front with Zeno as well, so I can point out. Oh, Zeno! Wait, no. Oh,
Well,
okay,
Zeno's
well,
booking it.
at this point, like I'd point at this tree. I'd say, there. Do you see it? And do I see it now, Ian?
With
we
the
see
17. You saw my nat 20s, Chris. No. No, it's a tree.
But what about the other tree?
Nah, they all get the same stuff.
I don't know about that.
Alright, fine.
No, let's do that.
No, but they have advantage, which is why I rolled twice and offer two of them. Alright, the next one. How did roll it publicly? 20. No, you don't see it, Chris.
But other people might, you know.
Alright. Nah, he's got disadvantage. Or what?
Oh, it's like spoke too soon and saw the 24. Saw the grey 24 and you were like, get fucked. Oh my god.
Wait, you don't actually have. Oh no, you do have disadvantage. Okay, this tree you still don't see anything, we know. But this tree you do. There's a snake in this tree.
Wait, I thought this was the high,
No, it
Stealth one.
was this one.
but this is the one I looked at. I was looking at it.
What? Crazy. All right.
Yeah,
then,
because
you know, you see
that's
one
the first
right
tree I
here.
see.
Oh shit!
That's the first tree you see.
No, it's like when I was in this position here, this is the first tree I see, right?
All right. I mean,
So
you
this would
also
have been
see
the one
this
with the
tree,
two
right?
twenties.
It's literally in front of the other tree.
I only see
Oh, I thought it was this tree and this tree. You're saying it's this
Oh,
tree.
it's way
Crazy.
more.
Okay. Ooh, more than
Hundreds
that.
of them. Hundreds.
Hundreds. No.
looking at that picture, I wouldn't be surprised if they can fly.
That would be reading it.
No. There's just no way. I just shoot them through the wings.
Alright,
Well,
yeah,
I
you
guess
see
it
one
would make
piece.
sense for them to live here if they
It's
couldn't
kind of
fly.
staring at you.
It's staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Smack
Like
with a
some of the
spirit weapon.
seas.
It's like you can
Okay.
see the scales. It almost looks like the wood that the tree it's on.
I say,
The camouflage is pretty good.
we do.
Attack.
Well, even if we could interact peacefully with them, and the red background on their tokens is suggesting to me that we can't, we need some of their meat to appease the Sioux monster, right? So
Yeah, we need to kill them one way or another.
why don't we
Do I have your permission?
You have
take it
you
away,
have our
Bob?
permission to.
I yell at the snake.
Oh.
I am Alcamanos, champion of the Triton Assembly.
I read an
Ready to
action to
die.
attack when he runs in.
Yes, summon spiritual weapon as he's saying. He starts saying his shtick. Just summon spiritual weapon.
Okay, and you jump in, you charge into the
Rage
courtyard.
As I charge.
Okay, you are raging, and you are inside at this point, and they all ambush you.
Just like dozens of snakes just pile in.
So these,
The shrine is made of snakes.
they only get one action, though. They don't get more action.
Nice.
Maybe they get more twice.
Oh, hang on a second.
No. They can
Wait,
maybe-
an
they
enemy
can maybe
without
do one.
multi-attack?
What's that?
An enemy without multi-attack?
Exactly.
Hey, the ghast didn't have multi.
These are
attack.
only CR half, is what I'm saying.
What?
Right,
What?
Yeah, right.
But they're huge.
They're pretty
But I
decent,
rage
to be
for
honest.
this.
You just rage for this, you fucking sucker. Do
They
you want
look
more
so
initiative
fucking
then?
threatening. It's a giant snake.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean,
we got
Did you-
boys. We
did
got
you-
bamboozled.
None of you guys watch Acquisitions Incorporated, right?
No.
Okay, if you get a chance, you should you should. I just like I don't. I've watched it in ages, but I just like stuck this one because you recommended it to me. The most recent one was it's actually fucking hilarious. Like
Aren't they all really funny?
they're all really funny. But this one was particularly. They were faced with almost this exact situation, and the decision made to counteract the giant snake was to polymorph it into a smaller snake.
No.
So it was just like a regularly sized snake there.
And you stuck on it. Genius.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone else with initiative? But they will get their like paired actions. So this one in front of you.
Oh, fuck.
Why would they ever not do this version of the attacks?
Why would they do? I mean, I ask myself that question every time.
But like,
So my-
okay, and they're gonna be
spiritual
one of
weapon
them.
went off,
One of them. What's
wrong
that?
button.
My spiritual weapon went off as in tandem with Jacker's charge.
Okay. Where
And
did
my
you
Eldritch Blast is in charge, so
When did you say that?
I
He
said
He
that
also said it prepared.
before
I didn't
you
say I
said.
prepared.
I said that before you said
Yeah,
spiritual
you did.
weapon.
I mean, I
triggered you
didn't
to
hear
prepare.
it. No,
They didn't hear it.
I hear
What?
I see most
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that token.
that was me.
Hey, why do you have an attack argument? What do you do?
Yeah, no, that was the wrong button.
Why do you attack? All right,
But I feel like I
everyone
should
in.
be able to attack, you know.
No, you charge it in.
Yeah.
Then you hadn't even seen the creature.
Oh shit, that's
You get an attack off.
We did
What
tell
on
them
this?
where it was, so.
Not what's his name. Silver isn't on it. I guess I could take him off. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Or just, you know,
You could do that, yes.
Seems like a lot of effort though.
it's not his real name anyway.
Sure.
Yo.
Alright, man, they suck. Okay, so this one in charge. Wait, where did you enter it from? You just like went in and went to that, right?
I think so.
So when you're in that
Run around,
space, it
sneak
actually
attack,
does
jump
something.
over it.
Yeah, I don't think you did. When you're in that space, it actually... Let's go back one. When you're in that space, it springs at you. Which
Okay.
means it does this. Whoa. Misses.
Springs up to 30 feet in a straight line. Makes it...
That's insane.
It's pretty funny.
30
You go
feet.
coil up in air, it goes boing, and then
Boing.
fly straight at you.
Fucking Pokemon.
This one tries to, but his friend's in the way. But you know, like, but up to 30 feet? Yeah, stupid friend is in the way. But they're snakes. I'm sure they can share each other squares.
Mm-hmm.
That seems fine, right?
Hit me.
This springs at you.
Boing.
And then
Should
it
add like a sound effect for this.
boing! There you go.
Wait, can they actually fly?
No.
Wow.
That hits.
That hits and has advantage. Nice. Alright.
Yeah, the advantage really helped it
Why
there.
doesn't it roll damage? What the fuck? Oh, how do you do? Oh, I click attack. I remember. Oh, it's crazy.
Oof.
13.
But you're
piercing
raging.
damage. 6 piercing damage.
That's 46.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
half
it
that.
ends up in the same space. These other two like kind of slip over, but that's all they get. And then the
Oh, wait. I don't have 6 HP, I have minus 6 HP.
Alright, so spiritual weapon, Eldritch Blast, whatever.
Yep.
I'm gonna move it slightly here though, so you can see them individually. That hits for 8 damage.
Doesn't it? Nope.
That misses. Spiritual weapons, you know?
Fuck. Spiritual weapon. Where's the button?
Who knows?
Even the 8 seem to hurt it pretty bad, is what I'm saying.
Only...
Hits.
Slash.
Kills the creature.
Good.
Okay. Then no more initiative. This one's turn. It moves over a little and bites you. It doesn't spring because, you know, why would it not spring? But it does like 2d6 plus damage for what the fucking ever. Well,
so it has to bring at least 10 feet. Right? Oh no, it's
it
advantage.
doesn't say that. So I guess it could just spring on the spot, but that seemed dumb, so it can't do
Yeah, that seems pretty dumb to be honest.
that. 12 damage. 12 hit, misses, right? Sky, your turn.
Gonna
That's really
spring at
dumb,
least
yeah.
5.
That's really fucking dumb.
Fucking ridiculous, right?
Um,
That's why I'd be like, oh.
okay.
I feel like I should at least be outside of a, like, not be threatened by the creature he's bringing.
Yeah, right? Thompson.
Um,
So it's gonna be 5 feet.
I
so
mean,
it
I'm
doesn't
gonna make
get
sure
that.
it's got at least move a pitch.
okay, I think actually from here is probably the best place to shoot. Take my shots.
Hmm?
I'll take 2 shots. Well, I'll take a shot.
No longer with disadvantage. Crazy.
God, the time is back. Watch this miss.
Mad one. Oh, it hits. You gotta roll to see if it would have hit anyway. You gotta always do that for now on. Just keep them rolling. You wouldn't have mattered. Fucking doesn't matter.
Mattered. Okay, we can't be bothered to do that every time. But nice to know the first time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's my second attack probably.
I guess so.
Do you want me to hit again? He gets just in case.
8 kills it.
Nice.
You gonna move?
Yes.
Yes.
Ciao.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I see it.
Which is your turn?
Yeah. I'm gonna attack this one.
It's gonna spring the fuck out of me.
I'm going.
Ah, dude, that's a hard shot through someone through a wall. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess
Easy. It's a big boy.
There
I'll
we
walk
go.
over here.
Perfect.
Over the wall.
I will hex that one.
There's not even going to be a stake left on it.
All the spell slots being used up against this encounter. I like it. Hex that bad boy. Use
And
that
then
spell.
Eldritch Blast it.
Use that spell.
Unless there's an encounter inside, we're probably gonna be okay.
Hey, you can't roll the hex damage, but you might miss.
Yeah. I know.
God.
You did 13 and then the 3 hex. 16, exactly enough to kill it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That hex worth it. You know?
Oh
That's
shit!
good.
Because I killed it on the same turn, so I can't re-hex.
Hex ends. Excellent
Nice.
turn.
Fucking bamboozled, a victim of your own
This
success.
moves down and then springs at you.
Oh, didn't spring me?
Is it
Crazy.
me or it's...
You.
Okay.
Advantage. Oh my god. Fucking
There's a
rolling
wall
that
in the
right
way
now.
from me.
12 misses. Silver's turn. He runs up behind it. And
Please, I look at him with dying eyes. Please let me have this.
you actually do that?
No, it's fine.
Okay, he runs up behind it and attacks with his short sword.
Man, I was so sure these things were gonna be like CR4. Or
Yeah,
at least or
I thought they
something,
would
like,
be.
Like, I thought that's foreshadowing with the spyglass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
guys.
was so big.
It's not your fault, but like.
Wait, is this
Yeah.
guy taking it? Yeah, he's taking it.
They're like big fucking cool snake things. This is like,
And then
oh.
second attacks, but
But
first
imagine
one
what's inside
misses.
the temple.
And then crits for a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
But are they immune to poison?
Oh no, you're right, I'll check. Nope.
Oh my god, the double
He even
20
gets a
again.
crit on the sneak attack, so I get to roll a nerve. Oh yeah.
What the
6
So
extra.
as this one dies, can I make like
Oh,
the
sorry, a GR die.
oil that like of a spring that breaks, like doing.
So there you go. Okay, so he did 8, 10 plus 46, 56 plus 33 damage with the short sword
Jesus
attack.
fucking Christ.
Where does this poison come from?
Hey, you know, you assassins get poison. You don't question it.
Sword stuff? Fuck.
You don't question it. I didn't make the attack.
That's mad.
Source poisoned, you know?
Hey, I didn't make the character. I had to change the name. Alright.
What? 3 question marks. That's the name change.
Yeah, exactly. Because his icon's got the name. Okay, and then, yeah, that snake's dead.
I run forward.
Yeah, you're like, gotta keep that rage going. Alright, let me read the description. Palm trees grow in front of this squat building, and one step descends to an archway that forms the entrance.
So I love the idea of him like trying to rage as you're reading this out. Like,
Yeah. So, worn stairs ascend to the archway. And there's an open doorway, you can see that? It is open, yeah. And I'll just say, but you can see at this point, us. The walls of this rubble-strewn corridor are carved with serpents, and arrow slits are spaced along them every 5 feet. Cobwebs fill the arrow slits and hang like drapes from the corridor ceiling. Above the entrance, a stone plaque bears a cuneiform message. As always. Orvex!
Orvex, yeah.
Orvex comes
Fucking
down.
Archimedes like, bah, fucking palm trees, like smacking his head against palm trees, staying rage.
Orvex comes out and he's like, yeah, yes, sir. Like,
Got,
Yes,
what?
translate, peon.
I rage throw coins at him to pay.
He's like, yes. This says, Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth.
Moa. I get my notes out.
Oh yeah, I need to do this.
On the disc.
Moa, honesty. Secrets hide the truth.
Let's see, what's this?
Okay,
What
the
was
Staff of
that?
Secret is full again.
What
So I
was
only used it twice.
That's correct. What was the chapter involving
Moa the Jakuli was too honest to lie. When Mongo the Sumas found out how Moa had betrayed him, he vowed to catch the chapter and eat him up.
Yes.
Wait, so the snake that's really good at hiding wasn't good enough to lie? Okay.
Yes.
No. The
honest,
Sumas are
apparently.
broke.
The Sumos broke into Ubtao's palace and stole a
And
pail
hid
of
it in-
water.
hid it
That's how
in
many
the-
charges get back right away. It doesn't regain all the charges every day out of one pot track. He gets 1d3 a day.
Yeah, I did 1d3.
Oh,
Yeah,
when
you
did
do
do
roll a
that?
2. Write the roll before
Nah,
your
DM
D3.
does that.
You both it, so it regains all 3 charges possible.
So yes, that night, and hid the pail in a Jaculai's burrow. Ubtao asked the jungle animals where his water was hidden, and the Moa the Jaculai was too honest to lie. So, possibly could be sneaky and deceitful of itself, but I doubt it. Honesty seems to be the thing here. Secrets hide the truth. Then we should discover the truth by unveiling secrets. Hey, wait a second. Whoa there, Sparky.
Yeah, I'm not about to enter.
What do I spy? Yeah. What do I spy?
That's crossbows, right?
That's a
No,
crossbow.
they're actually.
It's an automatic crossbow
You can get
turret.
an angle. I'll read out the description of this. In the middle of this room, a stone cube rests on a plain stone pedestal. Statues of 12 tribal warriors judge from the surrounding walls. That's what they are. Aiming bows at the pedestal. The floor in front of the pedestal bears mosaic depicting a monstrous serpent constricting a furious monkey. Moss obscures much of the detail.
Okay, hang on, what do I have that could... Yes, okay, I have silver scimitars, right? Now, scimitars, you got to think a pretty sort of flat-bladed sword, right? Got a quite a sort of wide, flat
I know
blade.
what
And
scimitar is,
silver's all shiny, right? So I can use it as a mirror to look around corners without having to expose myself.
Sure.
Good. I utilize this effect to look through these arrow slits without getting my new eye shot.
Look, there's cobwebs like covering them. I think I described.
Okay, well, I'll scrape out the cobwebs, and then this one's not very shiny anymore, so I get the other scimitar out, and
Alright,
have
you
a
got to
look
move
through.
yourself on the map so you can see through it. I also know obstructed by identical lighting.
Okay. Ooh, what do I see in here? What's this? And this?
Okay, yeah. What's this?
These
Yes.
things. Yeah.
Both of these. Okay, on this one, a statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. The statue is missing its head, which lies broken on the floor next to a stone cube. And in this one, a large statue of a coiled serpent dominates this web-filled room. Clutched in the statue's jaw is a stone cube.
Okay, well, now that we're not getting shot at, I gesture everyone it's safe. Or seems to be anyway. And, okay. So, this one, you said there's a bunch of statues aiming bows inwards at this.
Yes.
Come on, Sky.
I mean, you can move through my space if you want.
I moved through the space.
Okay. No.
So wait, what's this thing?
A mosaic showing a Moa fighting a Wongo, you could imagine. It's also like kind of got moss over it. You can just make out a few like letters underneath the moss, but the moss is like it's showing anyway to actually read it.
So there's
there's more text too.
Okay, let's bring up all Vex then.
Their battle, I'm sure.
Rex looks a bit scared at the prospect of actually going into this room.
Then I
He's
come
like,
on, Vex,
are
it's
you
fine.
sure?
I'll write it down for you. Wait, is there anything written there? I thought there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of scratch off the moss. You like wipe off the moss and then you can.
I'll write it down for him and bring it out if he wants to be a win.
I was
Okay.
like so ready to protect him by my body, but
Excellent. Okay, so when you write down again, he's like, this says, death rewards a thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth. And there's some more. It was like quite a long bit. You wrote down a bit extra, and some more
Okay.
that's just going over the legend of the nine
So
gods.
there's a cube in this one, with arrows pointed at it. There's a cube in this one lying on the floor somewhere. Right.
But what
Yeah,
we
the
saw
statue
before, we
is
don't have
missing
the
its
actual-
head, which lies broken on the floor next to a stone cube. Yeah.
Next stone cube. And do these cubes, and also, and this one, there's a statue with a cube in its mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do all these cubes look like puzzle, like the cube, the
Yeah.
reward cubes so far? That's the sort of cube they look like, not just different stone cube. Okay. Okay. Well, based on that, I would suggest that is the cube we want to get. The only question is, how do we get to it? I don't see any way
I
in there.
tried to use Mage Hand to get the cube that's on the floor.
No, not the one on the floor. That's stone. You don't want the.
Nah, he said he did what he did.
But I pointed. I was specifically. I was
He
on the other
said
side
he
of the corridor,
did
pointing at
what
this
he
one.
did.
What a fool!
Yeah, you
I don't
lift,
think-
up,
I
you
don't
lift
think-
up
yeah.
the puzzle cube with your mage hand.
What a fool! We're all gonna die.
Yeah, what do you do with it?
I receive it. I retrieve it.
It won't fit through the arrow slits.
Hmm.
Arrow slits, and it's like a.
I put it in a way. Can I open it?
Wait,
Or-
hang on.
Is it?
Oh my
openable?
god! I
Or
just
is
saw
it
the
a
most
cube? Or is
bullshit
it just-
fucking thing ever.
Or is it just a stone cube?
I reckon if I.
No, I did not use.
Okay, yeah, I did want to check.
I reckon if I reached through, and grasped it in my hand,
It's an arrow slit. You can't. Well, maybe your hand. Maybe probably not
Yeah.
your forearm. Yeah.
but like if I can get my hand around it, then I could like dimension door somewhere else with
Yeah,
it
that's
in my
true.
hand, and it would come with me, right?
Well,
It
I
seems
could
like
do something.
Yeah. But I think the one we want, you see how the inscription said the truth comes from the serpent's mouth, and over there there's a cube in a serpent's mouth.
Yeah, but I feel like this cube would also have been in the serpent mouth if not for the fact that the statue broke.
Well, but we also know that the temples are very deliberately arranged, and at least to some degree, like reset themselves for people who come back. Hey,
Fair enough.
if that statue's broken, I have to assume
I
that's an
mage
intent
hand
for it to be.
the.
I don't know if we
accidentally-
get it out of its mouth.
I place the cube on the floor inside the room again so that you can see it from the arrow slits. I don't just drop it so that
Sure.
on a stupid place.
Mhm.
Then I go and try to mage hand the one that's in the serpent's mouth.
Yeah. You're able to.
Yep, and I take it to my over to me. Is it like a cube you can open, or is it just a?
It looks like the other cubes. Like a cube you can open? What? Wait, what?
No, but I mean like the other ones like revealed had the thing inside.
Oh,
them, right?
no, they've got engraving on the side. There's nothing inside.
Yeah, there's nothing inside.
Just like a stone block with like a carving on the side.
Oh, okay.
He came around here. What's going on?
So it just shows the same thing. These cubes, like there's just is
Yeah,
there
there's
any
a carving
carvings
this
on
one
them?
as well. Yeah, same as in, but there was also one on this, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the same as well. So all the three cubes
And
are
the same here.
the same.
Yeah, they look identical.
Right, what was the exact text again, Orvex?
Oh yes.
Death rewards a thief.
Which one? The second
deceived.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
death rewards, the thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
Death rewards.
A thief deceived.
I think that refers to this one. But if we take that one, I bet the statues attack us. This one, though, just...
Wait, but is there also a stone cube on
Yep.
Yeah,
there's
there's
also
also a third cube there.
I feel like I'm metaing, but I wanted to do it anyway, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
fine,
use all
put
the secrets.
Okay,
Oh, that's
yeah,
true,
you,
yeah.
use,
Yeah.
you use the one, the secrets. It
Yeah.
goes room and it points. It kind of like, because exactly says it points like flickering from there and into there and then like back and forth really fast.
It's like his hands like...
Well, it says it points to the nearest one, but like they're
Oh,
literally
yeah.
equidistant away. So it's like, it sounds like maybe it should point straight ahead. And then like that seems kind of mean.
Okay, I go here,
Mhm.
so that I'm closer to this side, and I use it again.
It points to this wall.
Okay, we investigate the wall.
Knock, knock. It's the United States.
Make a perception check. But you have advantage for this.
But we,
really hard
freedom
to
doesn't
fail.
freedom doesn't knock.
What?
A what check do you want?
Perception.
Perception.
Deception.
Yeah, you can see basically the cracks of a secret door and like see how it can like kind of be shifted open.
Yeah, I open it and walk through.
You open it. The bomb goes off.
Damn, it was
Yes.
planted B.
Freedom rings.
Alright. You're going through first, Richard?
Yeah.
Just by the description of the narrative?
He's so brave.
I mean, I'll come in and I'll step in after.
You're the guy standing in the room full of crossbows for sure. He's so brave.
They should, I tell them
like
I
two
tell them
player
there
element.
should be a similar secret door to the other room. A mirrored.
Do we require that one?
I don't want to be a thief deceived. I think we just take this one and leave.
I take it.
It's not like this was the most difficult puzzle in the world to solve. If like, for whatever reason, we find ourselves before the Temple of the Nine Gods at some point and it's not working, we'll know that it was the wrong cube from here and we'll come back.
Okay.
Except the DM laughed when I said that, so it's probably not going to happen.
I thought it was some other kind of cube. I didn't think it was just like straight up the.
Yeah, no, it's just the
puzzle cube.
I asked this. This is specifically checked. It is just the animal cube.
It
Sorry.
can't be this easy.
And away we go. Well, let's take it outside. Let's see what happens. I make sure I'm outside well before.
I do this. I walk over here.
Yeah.
I tell the others to leave the temple,
Okay.
and then
Oh
I
god, suck.
then I teleport over here.
With the thunderclaps, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a very loud noise. All the Yuntai look over. And then you appear. How loud? Wait, what's the description? How loud is it?
300 feet. But I'm
Ooh.
inside of a.
300 feet.
Temple,
Let me-
I'm
So,
inside the temple, man.
Yeah, that sound dampens it a little bit, you know.
a little bit.
Yeah, rock stamp and sound pretty well.
It did sound
290 feet.
Yeah. Thunder sound. Thunder can be heard up to 300 feet away.
Yeah, they just think it's thunder. You just hear that. You live in a rainforest. You'd be like, oh, it's some thunder.
Sure. This fake sunny. Sure, yeah. Yeah, you end up there. You have still got the cube. It seems okay to you.
Okay.
Hey, how about that? That was really straightforward.
There you go. It looks like this.
Wait, hang on. I come over
Hmm?
and I take the cube from you, Richard.
I roll my eyes and give it to him.
And then I present the cube bearer with the cube.
Take a picture.
Also, while I'm down there on my knee, I gather some jaculi meat. I want a good amount. I want, like... If I was cooking jaculi steaks, I'd want enough for everybody, you know?
Everybody, that's very
In the party. Not that I'm planning on cooking this for the party. I don't want to get to the fucking monkey and turn out, we don't.
extra.
Oh wait, do we want a
kill-
head? Okay, I'll take a head. I think presenting a head might be important. Or maybe presenting multiple heads
we
is
can
important.
coil it like Zeno can coil one full snake around himself, right? I don't know what.
That's true.
Yeah. Emergency rope. I mean,
I
see
wonder if
that.
the heads might be I feel like heads might be important. Maybe I've just been playing too much World of Warcraft Classic, but I feel like heads might be important.
Scales, you know.
Scales? Oh shit.
Snake tail.
Eyes,
Scales.
fucking
Yeah,
livers.
you're
Important.
Gotta get
Livers.
livers.
There's a lot of
guys.
livers.
Chris, you only
Yeah.
found a single scale on the.
Yeah, I know, between all of them.
Yeah,
there's
you
one
don't get any
scale.
scales from these. You gotta wait
Get
for
away.
the respawn.
Invite me for a different phase.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You can off anything you think suitable.
Yeah, okay. I want to take at least one head with us, and otherwise I just want steaks.
But that looked disgusting, right? For the picture.
So I'll add those in my character sheets.
Yeah. Okay.
One jaculi head. Say that weighs 2 pounds, and then
Oh, big head. I mean, they're big creatures, sure.
5 jaculi steak.
0.5.
I don't think they're just like just a steak. I don't think 5 of them really weigh a pound.
Sure, that's
Maybe
fine.
they weigh a pound between them.
Depends how big steaks you want, you know. Or how big a steak you want.
I just want like plenty.
Well, I mean, you got the weight to write down how much a
yeah,
steak you
how
want
much,
in
yeah,
pounds.
not like a whole pound.
Quarter
How
pound.
many snakes were there, by the way?
4.
4.
Yeah, we kind of blitzed through those, didn't we? All right, should we climb back the other way?
Should we call it here, actually?
Yes, and also yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.